explode me. Give it all to 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 me. Let me give it all to me. You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free. I can't wait till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Let me give it all to me. Explode me. Explode me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free. I can't wait till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Let me give it all to me.
Welcome one, welcome all to PBE's Season 53 Playoffs, the Semifinals stream. Hope you all are having an excellent Thursday. I'm your host for today's stream, AJay887, and I am joined once again for the semifinals stream by Chadwick. Chadwick, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Chat's been a little bit quieter than usual for a semifinals stream. If you're in chat, let us know. Get excited. It's semifinals. We got 8 teams all looking to get to the World Series on Saturday. Only 4 teams will make it through 2 majors, 2 minors. And if you are new here, the way that we do playoff streams, we will be doing quick sims all the way up until there is a point where a team could be eliminated, and then when a team has the possibility of being eliminated, we will be watching every streamed game from then on out. GMs, if you are in Twitch chat right now, let us know. Keep us updated on what your plan is for the games as we go between each one. Even the first few ones, which will be quick simmed. Let us know if you're going to let it ride or if you have changes to make. Even if you are thinking about making changes and just need a little bit of time, just let us know in your chat so we can keep things rolling. We'll do a quick preview of each of the lineups before we get on into game number 1 for the majors. The minor leagues ended a little bit later than the majors did, so they will be a little bit behind. But we'll start off with the major leagues, starting off with the Sloths versus the Voyagers. Now, the Voyagers are the number 1 seed coming into this in the Legends Conference. They had the best record in the majors this season with a 73-35 record. And they are not the reigning World Series champs, but are only 1 season removed from that. They won it in season 51, 2 seasons back, and now favored to win this one. But the Sloths look to have the advantage on the head-to-head here down the middle, Chadwick. Only 6-4 in favor of the Sloths here, the number 3 seed.
Yeah, that's a little surprising, but looking at these matchups, pretty even, both teams, so it could go either way, of course.
Absolutely. We're going to find out which way game number 1 is going to go right now. It's Johnny Tatum on the mound for the Sloths versus Cali Cove for the Voyagers. And with the series tie at 0, game number 1 is going to go to the San Antonio Sloths, who now lead the series 1-0. It's a 7-2 victory for the Sloths, the underdogs in this one, the number 3 seed compared to the Voyagers' number 1 seed. Sloths get 13 hits here with 3 RBIs from Caden Trantow and 2 hits with 1 RBI for both Brown and Stewart. On the side of New York, 3 for 4 day with 2 RBIs for Yeti Taz, and Skatos gets 2 hits. Cove will take the loss on the start. Tatum gets the win. Both starters gain the decision. 6 shutout innings for Johnny Tatum on the side of San Antonio, and Caden Trantow will be your player of the game for this one. All right, major Sloths and Voyagers GMs, if you have changes to make, please let us know ASAP in your playoff channels, I guess. And that will bring us to the Stars versus the Toros, the other side of the bracket, the Champions Conference. We have the Cancun Toros number 1 seed and the Nashville Stars number 2 seed, both the leaders of their respective divisions, and they both swept their opponent to get on into the semifinals, sweeping their opponent in the quarterfinals. Toby Ziegler on the mound versus center fielder for Cancun. Now, Chadwick, you may have a little bit of a vested interest in this one, as we like to mention occasionally.
That's right. I'll be hitting 6 today. Hopefully it won't do too terrible.
Yeah, so we have pretty even split here as well on the head-to-head, 5-5, as expected from the top 2 teams in the Champions Conference, leading their respective divisions. Ziegler versus center fielder on the mound. And we'll go ahead and quick sim this one as well. Stars versus Toros, game number 1. Chadwick, you want to lead us into this one?
You can take it. I'll do the minors.
Okay. Sounds good. We have Stars versus Toros, Ziegler versus center fielder. Game number 1 of the Champions Conference is going to go to the Cancun Toros, who lead at 1-0 in the series. You sure you don't want to take this one now?
No, keep going. It's all you.
4-2 victory for the Toros over the Stars. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Ohi Kao, the third baseman. And Brolina has a great day at the plate, 2 for 3 with an RBI. On the side of the Stars, we have 1 RBI each from Randberg and Cove going 2 for 4. LeBeau will get the loss in relief. Casawald the win and the blown save in relief for Cancun, and Nova Montana gets their first save of the postseason. Center fielder, though, your player of the game, only 1 earned run over 6 innings pitched, striking out 10 Stars. But Ziegler setting the Nashville Stars playoff game record for strikeouts with 12 of their own on the other side there. All right. So we have our first 2 victories, Cancun and San Antonio. Let me go update the crawler here real quickly. Alrighty. So that will conclude the Majors Day 1. And as mentioned, the minor leagues are a little bit behind, so we'll go ahead and advance the day. I'll make sure that the schedule for the minors looks good. We wanted to check on that. We have California versus the Bears. The Bears being the home seeded. And Kansas City versus Louisville, with Louisville being the home seeded. Yeah, that looks right.
That's the right matchups.
All right. Now, it won't be, let's see. Now, it won't be this day of the sim, because they do have a travel day off. So we do have Majors Game 2. So Majors GMs, if you haven't already, let us know in your channels if you're going to make any changes. I see the Voyagers have made mention. I don't see anything from the Sloths, Toros, or Stars yet. Give you guys couple more minutes here. We're not going to take too long in between games. If you are just considering changes and need a bit more time, let us know. That's fine. Just we want to make sure that we don't skip past you if you're thinking about things. Stars say let it ride. Okay. Voyagers are letting it ride. Nothing from the Toros. Nothing from the Sloths. Oh, okay. All right. Noted for the Sloths. Okay. So, unless the Toros have any changes, I think we're good to go. And I'm not seeing anything from them. So, I think we're going to head right on into game number 2. Very odd, very rare that we see not even a stamina check from teams, but we're ready to head on into game number 2 then. So do you want to take both of these, or since the minors aren't?
Oh yeah, since we're a little off staggered, that's fine. I'll do both of these here. And so game 2 between San Antonio and the Voyagers is about to be clicked here by AJay. And the algorithm will spit out a dominant 11-2 win for New York, getting 15 hits in the process and some home runs for sure in that one. Let's take a look here. Top of the order getting some work done. How about Sabotage, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Yeti Taz, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs. And then Teggy, 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. And I guess we just as well mentioned Hidari, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So lots of production in that lineup. San Antonio scattered around 5 hits with Shaw Dynasty, the DH, going 2 for 4 with 2 RBI in a losing effort. Looking at the pitching, how about Woods going 6 1/3, giving up just 2 runs and striking out 9, getting the win. Mike Boss III will take the loss. Went 1 2/3 innings, gave up 7 runs. That is a very tough start in the playoffs for sure. And your player of the game is going to be Sabotage. And welcome on in, Rating Party.
Wow, yeah, Rating Party of 186. Thank you very much, Escape V. Welcome, everyone, to the semifinals stream for Season 53 of the Pro Baseball Experience. If you want to join on in, we have a Discord. You can join the Rookie Discord, create a player, and hear your player make their way through their career. Get drafted to a minors and majors team and make the playoffs maybe, earn some awards. It's a really fun experience, and if you haven't tried it out yet, it's definitely worth a try. Next up, Champions Conference Finals. We have the Nashville Stars and Cancun Toros with game number 2, Dizzy Stoner versus Usada Pecora on the mound for their respective teams. Cancun leads the series 1-0. Chadwick, you ready to take us on into this one?
Yes, let's see what happens. Will it be 2-0 or will we be tied up in game 2 in the Champions Conference Championship Series? And it's going to be the Cancun Toros doubling up the Nashville Stars 6-3. Nashville scored 2 runs in the top of the 9th, and that was after Cancun scored 4 in the 8th to take charge of the game. Looking at the hitting, it looked pretty balanced here for Cancun. 2 for 3 for pitcher out of right field with an RBI. RBIs as well from Owie Cow and then Rowdy. An RBI too in the bottom row from McGillicuddy, Azza, and Berluna having another strong game. 2 for 4 for Nashville. How about multiple hit efforts from Valor Jr., 3 for 4, as well as Monsmiller going 2 for 4, but then 1 for 4 for Andrews Jr., the third baseman, getting those 2 RBI. Looking at the pitching, Pecora will pick up second win of the playoffs. 6 innings, gave up just 1 run, no walks, 7 Ks, and will earn the player of the game for that. Dizzy Stoner, pretty hard luck. Lost there. 6 innings, gave up 2 runs. So pretty much matched Pecora, but the bullpens were the difference there. John will come in and give up 4 runs in an inning and 2/3, and the Toros will take a 2-0 lead in this series.
All right, so game number 2 is in the books for the major semifinals. Majors GMs, if you have changes to make, let us know for game number 3. It looks like Voyagers are good. So we'll go ahead and advance the day. It's going to be a travel day for the Majors. So all of our focus will be on the minor leagues. We have the California Firehawks versus the Brew City Bears. Now, the Bears had a first-round bye to get to this point, but the California Firehawks had to beat the number 5 seed Florida Flamingos in order to get here. And I believe it went the distance. No? 5-game series.
5 games.
Yeah, 5-game series between the Firehawks and the Flamingos, allowing them to get to this point. Bears, the number 2 seed in the minor leagues. California, the number 4 seed. We have Ryan Alvarez taken to the mound for the Bears, while Slippin' Jimmy will get the start for California. And it's looking pretty dominant on the head-to-heads here with the Bears heavily favored, but in that 1, 3, and 4 spot, some of the crucial positions in that lineup, the Firehawks seem to have the advantage there, Chadwick.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Johnson is a big bat, but we'll see. Bruce City is one of the 3 minor league teams to win 70 games in the regular season, so this should be an entertaining battle.
And we'll find out which of these 2 teams will prevail in game number 1 right now. Slippin' Jimmy and Ryan Alvarez on the mound. Game number 1 of the minor league semifinals, the left side of the bracket. No division, no conference divisions here. Firehawks and Bears, game number 1 is going to go to the Brew City Bears, who lead the series 1-0 in a walk-off that looked very much in favor of the Firehawks going into the bottom of the 9th. They were leading 1-0. Bears get a run-scoring single in the bottom of the 9th by Tweedlecock and a solo home run in the bottom of the 10th by Eschenbaugh to win it. 3-for-4 day for Jecto as well on the batting side for Brew City. For California, 2 hits and 1 RBI for Wellerman Jr., the shortstop. The win goes to Baba in relief with 2 perfect innings, while Biglet will take the loss for California and Bacco Jr. will get the hold. Slippin' Jimmy, your player of the game, though, on the start, no decision, 6.1 innings, no earned runs over that time frame. So congrats to the Bears on taking game number 1. We'll go ahead and lead us on into the other one here. Actually, let's talk about the matchups here. We'll do a quick preview before we actually head on into quick simming it here. We got the Lemurs and the Hepcats. Lemurs being the number 1 seed in the minor leagues, and the Hepcats being the number 6 seed, upsetting the 3rd-seeded Dillos 3-1 to get here. Pretty surprising victory for Hepcats, but the Hepcats fans have faith in their home team, and that faith helped them get to this point. What do you think about these 2 teams matching up here, Chadwick?
Yeah, Kansas City is the story of the playoffs. In my opinion, they came into the playoffs with a losing regular season record. Zodiac actually did the research the other night for us while we were on air, and it was Kansas City is the 2nd worst team to make the playoffs in the minors' history.
Wow.
And the worst team in history won 47 games and made the playoffs, and they also won their first round matchup. So pretty crazy that we've had 2 teams with losing records win a playoff series in the minors in the history of the PBE.
Now, do you recall if that other team did they make the World Series, or did they?
No, I think they only won the first round and then lost in the second.
Okay, so the Hepcats can make a little bit of history here with that.
For sure, yeah.
And be the team with the worst record to make the World Series then. But Hepcats, they've already shown that they are a very scrappy team, having beaten the Dillos, that number 3 seed, in order to get to this point, and 3-1 too. It wasn't a 5-game series. And the Hepcats, also the first time they're back in the playoffs in 3 seasons. They haven't been in the playoffs the last 2 seasons, so to be a playoff team here, they're probably very excited and very hopeful. But they're facing a really tough opponent in the Lemurs here. You ready to bring us on into game number 1 between these 2 teams here, Chadwick?
Let's do it. Hepcats Lemurs, game 1. We'll go to the Kansas City Hepcats keep the train rolling with a 7-4 win over Louisville, the number 1 seed. They scored 3 runs in the first 2 innings and never looked back. Looking at the box score here. How about Speed Kills going 3 for 5, scoring 3 runs. Gnome Child 4 for 5 with 2 RBI. Ford Lincoln Mercury 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. So a lot of production from the top of that order. Looking at Louisville, leadoff hitter Pink doing some damage as well. 2 for 4, 2 RBI. And then RBIs further down in the order from Hoff and Zaliski. Looking at the pitching, Smidius will get the win, going 6 innings, giving up just 1 earned run. George Braxton will take the loss. 4 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs against in a tough start. And, well, Kansas City keeps it going with Gnome Child, your player of the game.
All right, Miners GMs, if you have changes to make for game number 2, please let us know in your respective playoff channels. We will go ahead and advance the day. And we have majors and minor leagues on this day. We'll probably start with the majors since they'll have had more time to make changes. Okay, Stars are going to make changes. We'll do all the changes first, and then we'll get to the actual Sims. Let's see. Lineup change. I went to pitching. Okay, apply to both lineups. Valor to 4. Love to... Valor to 4. Love is already at 5. Spinner is 6. Everyone else shifts down. So I think that's... what you're looking at, right, Zach? Let me know if that's... Go ahead and save here. Let me know if that's incorrect or if you have other changes to make. Looks good. Excellent. All right. Well, if you don't have any more changes to make, then you should be good. If you do, let us know. Nothing from the Toros. Voyager said that they're letting it ride. We have minor league changes, though. Never mind. Bears are saying that they're going to let it ride. So, Firehawks. Also, no changes. Okay, never mind. I guess we don't have changes. Just the Stars. Is that it? No one else said... no one else said changes?
GMs are just... The Let It Ride crew is out in full force.
This is wild. I don't think I've seen this few changes in a semifinal stream before. But yeah, I think we're ready to head on into it then. We'll keep going with the majors here since there'll be quick sims. And then we'll head to the minor leagues and quick sim their game number 2s. So first up, we have the Voyagers versus the Sloths, Joey Moose Jr. and Artemis Arya. Do you want to take this one or do you want to take the Toros game, Chadwick?
I'll take the first one.
Okay. All right, you want to lead us on into it then?
Let's do it. Game 3. Who will break the tie? The Sloths are at home for the first time in the series. And the algorithm's going to spit out another extra inning game here tonight with the Voyagers scoring 2 in the top of the 10th. The Sloths try to come back with 1 in the bottom, but could not get the job done. Let's see what the hit was in the top of the 9th here. If you could scroll up, it looks like top of the 10th, it was a Skatos single, and then followed up by a Hadari 2-run homer that got the job done for New York. Further down in the order there was the Hadari with the 2-run homer. Beatty Jr. going 2 for 4 with 2 RBI as well. For the Sloths, Marcus, the Don, is going to go 2 for 4 with 2 RBI, and then an RBI up top for Brown. Looking at the pitching, your win's going to come out of the bullpen. Both pitchers will take no decisions. Moose will give up 2 runs in 5 2/3, but the win will go to Keep a Secret, who went 3 1/3 of scoreless baseball out of the pen. That is incredibly impressive. Rockman will take the loss. Jones will get the save. And Arya is actually going to be your player of the game because look at that. 8 innings. Give up just 2 runs, but does not get the win. That is a great postseason start. Just not a whole lot of run support for them on the other side.
All right, so we have a 2-1 lead on the Legends Conference side of things. On the Champions Conference, it's 2-0 right now. Could be 2-1, could be 3-0 at the end of this game. It will be one of those two. J.C. Swishman on the mound for the Toros. Zach Mulder to the mound for the Stars. Both with a really good ERA in the postseason and both with a win. We'll see if one of those gets to 2-0. Let's find out. Game number 2 between the Toros and the Stars is going to go to the Nashville Stars. We have 2-1 leads in both series now. A 11-0 victory for the Nashville Stars, who scored 7 in the second inning of game number 3. Bottom of the second, 2-run double by DeVille, 2-run single by Valor Jr., and 2-run home run by Mo Love. DeVille goes 4-for-4 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Mo Love 3-for-4 with 2 runs scored. And on the side of Cancun, they get 2 hits from pitcher, but not a whole lot else. They scatter the rest of their hits. Swishman takes the loss, doesn't get out of the second inning, and Mulder will get the win for Nashville, going 6.2 innings pitched, no earned runs on 3 hits and a walk, and striking out 12. Nashville tying the Champions playoff game record for doubles with 3 of them, and Zach Mulder tying the Nashville Stars playoff game record for strikeouts with 12, which I believe was just set by their teammate a moment ago, if I'm not mistaken. Player of the game is Nash DeVille for this one. All right. Majors GMs, if you have changes for game number 4, please let us know in your playoff channels as soon as possible. In the meantime, we have the minor leagues with their semifinals. Game number 2. We have the Firehawks versus the Bears. Chadwick, you want to take us through this one?
Let's do it. It's going to be Thor Lore versus Liru Wolf in game 2 of the minors. And the Bears will extend their lead in this series to 2-0 with a 4-2 win. Both teams getting 8 hits. For the Bears, RBIs from Zato. And then looking down, Levine and Misture getting RBIs as well. For California in the losing effort, RBIs off the bat of Zach Johnson III and D. Harris. Looking at the pitching, good effort, I guess, by the Brew City to overcome actually, I was looking at the box score wrong. I thought the pitcher did bad, but he didn't. 4 1/3 of scoreless innings. Got yanked with 75 pitches only thrown, which is quite interesting. Wheeler will get 3 innings out of the pen to kind of save the pen. Bobo will get the save, the win, the blown save win combo there that you see quite a bit in PBE. And then season 30 will take the loss for California out of the pen. Thor Moore got a no decision for the Firehawks, but will be your player of the game.
And on the other side of the bracket, we have the Lemurs and the Hepcats. Kansas City leads the series 1-0. We'll see if they can take a 2-0 lead in the series or if the Lemurs tie it up in game number 2. Luke Cedarway versus Cesar Lopez on the mound for their respective teams. In game number 2, we'll go to the Louisville Lemurs. Series tied at 1. 7-1 victory for Louisville with 12 hits to Kansas City's 4. Kansas City just gets 1 RBI from Kills at the top of the order, who goes 1 for 3. On the side of Louisville, though, we have 3 hits and 2 RBIs for Zalewski and 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Ghosty. Lopez will get the win, only on earned run over 5.1 innings pitched. Gerhart the save with 2 perfect innings, and Cedarway will take the loss for Kansas City, giving up 4 runs over 6 innings pitched. Paulo Zalewski will be your player of the game for this one. And that will conclude game number 2 for the minors and game number 3 for the majors. We'll go ahead and advance the day. Should be a travel day for the minor leagues. And for the majors, we have game number 4, which will be a quick sim for both sides of the bracket, considering that neither team, or none of the 4 teams, are in danger of elimination just yet. But if New York or Cancun win game number 4, we'll be watching every single game of those respective series from then on out, considering that they will be on the brink of making it to the World Series. Majors and minors teams, if you have changes to make, please let us know in your channels. I see Firehawks are saying let it ride. Nothing from the Bears. Stars say let it ride. Voyagers are letting it ride. Sloths letting it ride. Nothing from the Toros. Are we just letting it ride? Anyone else? Anyone? Anyone making changes? Bears are letting it ride? Holy cow. Okay.
Everybody's low key tonight.
Yeah, it's eerie almost. I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop and for someone to be like, "Hey, we have 60 billion changes. Here are all of them in a long list." Just
we're in the wrong server.
I do see Punk typing. Oh, okay. Punk does have a question about Baba. Actually, Bob, you're on travel day right now, so Baba might be a little bit better on the next day. So, if you want, we'll wait until then and check on Baba again. But that's where they're at right now. Just send me a reminder ping if you want me to check once we advance the day as well, because you guys are on a travel day. All right, well, with that said then, I think we're ready to head on into game number 4 then. Chadwick, you want to take the first one again?
Let's do it. It's going to be Cove versus Tatum. Your starting pitchers as New York travels to the Sloths. And the Sloths will get a victory. So that means we are tied. Is that correct?
That is, yeah.
It doesn't say it on there.
Quick simming game number 5 as well.
So there we go. So a victory for the Sloths at home, looking at their batting order. How about 4 RBIs off the bat of Don Marcus, the third baseman, once again going 2 for 4 with 4 RBI. He had a double and a home run in that contest. So he's probably going to be a player of the game, I guess, for New York. The single RBI comes off the bat of Yeti Taz, who went 1 for 4 with a run scored. Looking at the pitching, Tatum will be a winner, improving to 3-0 in the playoffs, which is pretty dang good. 3 earned runs, 7 Ks. Your loss is going to go to Cove, who gave up 5 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings. Rockman is going to get a 3-inning save in the playoffs, so that is heroic bullpen duty there. And as I predicted before, Don Marcus is your player of the game in this 2-2 series.
2-2 on one side of the bracket. Will Nashville get a win here in game number 4 to make it 2-2 on the other side as well? Or will Cancun take our first 3-1 lead of the night, putting them potentially 1 game away from the World Series? Let's find out. Center fielder and Toby Ziegler. Again, both with a win, both with really good ERAs in the postseason. But that didn't pan out for Swishman in the previous game. So let's find out. Stars and Toros. Game number 4 is going to go to the Cancun Toros. And we have a 3-1 lead, which means we will have a streamed game for game number 5 of this series. 7-2 the final for the Cancun Toros, who out-hit the Stars 14-13. We got 3 hits from Our Clear Not Cloudy, 2 RBIs from Ohi Cal. On the side of Nashville, 4 for 5 day for DeVille, and Valor Jr. goes 3 for 4 with an RBI. The win will go to Cotswold in relief with a blown save as well. The loss goes to Mac John, and Pedro Martini will get their first save of the postseason. A starting pitcher, though, will be your player of the game for this one. So we have our first streamed game being the Toros versus the Stars, and that will be coming up on September 28th here. It will be game number 5 for them. As mentioned, it's a travel day for the minors, so we'll save and advance the day. And we have game number 5 for the majors and game number 3 for the minor leagues. Now, Bears wanted to see how Baba was doing, so let's check in. 64% after the travel day. So, any changes to be made? The plan will be that we will quick sim the minor leagues and the Voyager Sloths game to give them time to think about any changes that they want to make while the Toros and Stars game is going on. So that will be the last game that we resolve today. And that will be the actual stream game, but the other ones we will be quick simming. Teams, any changes? I'm not seeing any pings whatsoever. So it is very likely that we're just going to let it ride again. But I do have to ask, just in case. Even if you're thinking about making changes and discussing, please just ping us in your channel so that we don't move on without you. Otherwise, we're gonna move on. You would ping, but HO would yell at me. Ping me anyway. What's HO gonna do? Ban ya? Make sure Sloss is on Out of Town while the Toros are live. We're planning on quick simming this one first. That's the plan, Juosu, is that we're gonna quick sim that one before we start the Toros. We could do Out of Town. I think. I mean, I guess we could do Out of Town, yeah.
Would it work with the games at different times, or does it do it anyway?
I think it does it anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, yeah, there are minors games right now, but we'll quick sim those first. Okay, stars do have a change here. De Los Santos to normal usage in the pen. Okay. And Mac John to normal usage. Do you want to keep the secondary stopper for Mac John? You don't think it works if games are at different times? Well, we can try it at least. Voyager say let ride. Star say remove stopper. Okay. Okay, any other changes, stars? Yeah, I'm not sure if it will work. I think usually it does. We can try it. I mean, worst case scenario, we just have the out-of-town scoreboard up on the top right, and it just shows nothing. That's the worst.
The final score, maybe.
Sorry?
It shows the final score of that game, perhaps. It
Well, this
might,
one's
I don't
later,
know.
though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this one's 805 versus 105.
Okay, so yeah, I got you.
Okay, that's it for the stars. Okay, anything else for any of the teams? Last call. Can you go back to New York pitching usage in game number 4? I mean, is it like this? I don't know what you mean. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and finish things up here. And we'll start things off with quick simming the minor leagues. And then we'll do the major leagues stream game of the Toro Stars, and we'll have Sloths Voyagers on out of town and see if that works. And if not, oh well, I guess we'll just have the box score. We have Bears versus Firehawks. Chadwick, you want to take this one?
I'm glad to do it. The Bears lead 2-0. Well, they lead 3-0 as they travel to California. And the answer is yes, they will, with a 7-1 win, banning out 16 hits. Eschenbach 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. About Boucher 3 for 5, but didn't knock in a run or score a run, so quite interesting there. Bottom of the order, a lot of production there. About 2 RBIs from McThick, an RBI from Misture, and 2 more RBIs from Levine for California. Only RBI off the bat of Wellerman Jr., who went 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. Pitching-wise, Jones is going to get your win. How about 5 2/3 of scoreless baseball, giving up just 4 hits, 6 Ks, no walks. Taco Bell will take your loss for the Firehawks. Gave up 11 hits, gave up 6 runs, did not strike out a single batter in that loss. Fletcher Jones will be your player of the game, the starting pitcher, 5 2/3 of scoreless baseball.
And on the other side of the bracket, we have the Lemurs Hepcats series tied at 1. Ian Rubbish and Michael Dye on the second on the mound for their respective teams. Let's find out who wins game number 2 here. It's going to go to the Kansas City Hepcats as they lead the series now 2-1 over the Lemurs. They have a 14-5 win. Very impressive. 3 for 4 day with 4 runs scored for Gnome Child, 4 RBIs for Hoy 4, and 3 RBIs for Skoden on the side of Kansas City. For Louisville, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Pink, and 2 hits, 1 RBI for Kwanzaa. Dion the second gets the win, improving to 2-0 in the postseason. Rubbish will take the loss. Hoi 4 will be your player of the game, and Gnome Child tying the Kansas City playoff game record for runs with 4. Wow. What a game for the Hepcats. Especially considering the seeding, right?
The dream run continues and shows you that, right, anything is possible in baseball and the OOTP algorithm.
Absolutely. So minor league teams, if you have changes to make, let us know. I see a couple of you have already pinged us in your channels, but that will wait until we are done with the Toro Stars game. So we'll head on into the Toro Stars here with Cancun leading the series 3-1. They just need one more win to make it to the World Series. We have Simulate World. We have BNN on in the background, so we'll have the out-of-town scoreboard up there. We'll take a moment at the start of the game to get it set up, just in case I don't already have it. I should, but just in case I don't. But we have Stars Toros here. Nashville Stars swept the New Orleans Rougarous to get to this point. The Reign World Series champs, but they're on the back foot here in this series, down 3-1 against the Cancun Toros. Toros swept DVS to get here, coming in as the number 1 seed, 66-42 record on the season. And they are also in their 12th straight season in the playoffs, which is the longest active streak in the majors. And fun fact is, it's actually the 4th longest streak in majors history. There are only 3 teams that have had a longer playoff streak than the current Toros. So I think it's probably fair to call it a dynasty. What do you think, Chadwick?
Sure. Your words, not mine.
You don't want to jinx it. I get that. It's understandable.
No, Twitchy does a great job. So.
But yeah, we have the Cancun Toros 1 game away. Stars need to win 3 straight to get to the World Series. And they're putting their playoff hopes on Dizzy Stoner, who's getting the start for game number 5 in this one.
And we do have a prediction up. Who will win, Nashville or Cancun? Right now, only 2,300 points in the pot. So if you have some points to burn, now's the time to do it.
I just realized the crawler was a little bit outdated, so I fixed that up now. Should be up to date now as we head on into game number 5 between the Toros and the Stars. Chadwick, you want to take the front half or the back half of this one?
Your choice.
All right. Well, why don't I take the front half then? And
sounds good.
We'll get started. So we have starting pitcher Troy Murphy and Ohi Cow due up for the Toros against Dizzy Stoner on the mound. We're just gonna make sure things are not an overhead cam for you here before we get started. Where's the view option? Come on, there it is. Wide, and wide. Okay, so we do have the conference finals game here. I don't know if it will be playing as we go or if it's just going to remain at 0-0 the entire game, but we'll find out. Pitcher Murphy and Ohi Cow due up against Stoner. And the starting pitcher will lead us off in game number 5 with a fly out to left. 1 away. It's not looking good for out-of-town scoreboard. I think it's not happening, folks. Troy Murphy strikes out. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away. Ohi Cow will get on board an infield single, as Andrew Shearer will just eat that one. Fly ball to left field for Our Clear Not Cloudy, and that will retire the side. Cancun gets a hit, but nothing else. And we head to the bottom of the first. Stars due up Sakuto, DeVille, Randberg. Sakuto will strike out for the first out of the inning. And Nash DeVille draws a walk on the 3-1 pitch from Pecora. And the Stars have a base runner. Pickoff attempt goes south quickly, as that one is going to get past the first baseman, Our Clear Not Cloudy, and DeVille takes second. Randberg strikes out. Now Valor Jr. It's going to get knocked down by Berlina, no advancement. That one, however, is going to advance the runner as DeVille is going to reach third, but Valor Jr. strikes out. Pecora strikes out the side. Gets a little bit dicey there with DeVille on the base paths. Cancun recovers, no score. We head to the top of the second. Deep fly ball all the way back to the warning track. McKenzie took that one for a ride. It will be caught near the wall for out number 1. McGillicuddy grounds out to second for the second out of the inning. Ozza will get that one past a diving Nash DeVille at shortstop. And Ozza will be on board with a single. Berlino strikes out, though, to end the inning, and Ozza won't get any further than first base. Bottom of the second we go. Nashville, we have Love, Momspooner, and Cove due up. Love grounds out to short. Martinez, Momspooner, a grounder to first. And Our Clear Not Cloudy is going to step on first themselves to retire the center fielder. Buenos Cove pops out to the shortstop, and a quick 1-2-3. The Stars go down in order. We head to the top of the third. Cortez, ground ball to third, thrown out at first. Nice play there by Andrews Jr. Tough play, but they made it over to the first in time. Deep drive to center field, off the wall on a fly. A starting pitcher is going to leg out a triple. And Cancun has a runner 90 feet from the plate with only one out. And Troy Murphy will pop out to the catcher for out number 2 there. Ohikawa, deep drive right center field. It's going to be caught by the center fielder, Momspooner. And nothing happens with that triple, unfortunately, for the Toros, but fortunately for the Stars. Right, Nashville will take to the batter's box once again. Hayden Andrews Jr. strikes out. 4th K on the day for Usada Pecora. All three of the first 3 of them came in the first inning. Summers flies out to center, and now Sakudo, line drive down the line, right field, all the way into the corner. It's a base hit for Sakudo. Stars have their first hit of the ballgame here in the third. It's a double for Ichiban Sakudo. DeVille strikes out, and that will end the inning, though. And they strand a runner in scoring position. We head to the top of the fourth. Our Clear Not Cloudy swings and misses at strike 3. Curtis McKenzie strike out looking on the 0-2 sinker ball. And we'll bring up McGillicuddy. Fly ball left field. Easy grab for Ramberg. Side retired, nothing across for Cancun. Bats are pretty quiet here at 3-3.5. We head to the bottom half of the fourth. Sobert Ramberg grounds that one back to the pitcher. 1 away for the Stars. Valor Jr. gets that one past the second baseman. Base hit for Valor Jr. They're on board with a single. Off for second they go. Stolen base for Valor Jr. 1 away, runner in scoring position. Mo Love fouls out, though, unfortunately for them. Momspooner, short grounder in front of the catcher, on to first in time for out number 3. Inning is over. Stars get a hit, but nothing else. We head to the 5th. A total of 5 hits over 4 innings between these two teams. Definitely a pitcher's duel in this one. Walk issued to Ozza. Molina strikes out. And that's Cortez. Runner second on the first for the out. Don't try for the double play. Runner advances to second. Diving stop at second, thrown on to first. Pitcher is out for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Chadwick, this game is tied up.
Yes, Cove facing Pecora will strike out on the 2-2 pitch. Now bringing up Andrews Jr., the third baseman. 0-2 pitch. He'll hit one to left field. That will be caught, and it's 2 quick outs. Bring up Waximilian Summers, the DH. He's going to ground one into right field under the glove of a diving second baseman, and they'll bring up the top of the order, Sakudo, who is going to ground out on the fielder's choice. They'll take the short route, and through 5 innings, we are still scoreless. It'll be Murphy leading it off for the Toros facing Disney Stoner. Murphy's going to get a base hit to center, so a leadoff single, 1 on, nobody out. For the Triple Crown winner, Ohikawa, who's going to hit one in the shallow center, but it will be caught. 1 down, 1 on now for Rowdy, who's going to get a hit to center. Runner will go stop. Runner at first and second now for McKenzie, the DH. He was going to hit a ground ball, and everybody's safe. Bases loaded now for McGillicuddy, who draws a walk, and that will be an RBI and a 1-0 lead for Cancun. Azza will now step in, bases loaded, and strike out on the 1-2 pitch. And that bring up the Berlino, who's had a solid playoffs, and will ground out, but Cancun gets a bases loaded walk to take a 1-0 lead as they look to advance. Nash DeVille now facing Pecora will draw a leadoff 3-0 walk there. Randberg, 1-1 count, will hit on the right field. We'll get into the corner. Runners will go to second to third. And just like that, Nashville is threatening. Valor Jr. now will swing and get a base hit. 1 run will score, and they'll stop him. The game is tied at 1, and they're cornered with 1 out for Love. Runners going, runners safe. They steal second and third now. Infield in. Love will hit it to center. That will drop 2 runs to score. It'll be an easy double. And Nashville, with 3 runs now in this inning, takes a 3-1 lead. Pecora's still in there. And Pecora will get the first out of the inning, but the runner goes to third. Pecora's still in there. Cove now is going to hit one to right. Will that be deep enough? No. 2 outs. Runner at third. Now a new pitcher, Ryan Lee. Andrews Jr. will line out, but Nashville takes a 3-1 lead. We'll go to the top of the 7th. It'll be Cortez for the Toros. Who is going to check swing and strike out on the 2-2. Top of the order now. Romulo Boo is your new pitcher. Our starting pitcher is going to go. Yeah, it's gone. Touch them all. Our starting pitcher who gets Cancun back into within 1 run in the top of the 7th. Murphy now. The swing and miss on the full count. So 2 outs, and it'll be up to Holy Cow. Base is empty. 2 outs, full count pitch, and he'll draw a walk. That'll bring up our clear, not cloudy. Big Yosh is going to strike out on the 1-2. But Cancun draws within 1 run as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 9-1-2 for Nashville. Ryan Lee still in there. Summers will get a leadoff single. Top of the order now, Sakota, the catcher. Will pop it out on the infield to the shortstop. Nashville now will draw a walk. Runners at first and second for Randberg. Randberg will hit one down the line to right field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and Nashville makes this open again. Now up 5-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Valor Jr. will strike out for the second out, so 2 outs, 1 on for Love. Love will hit it to right field, and that will be the 3rd out. So all of a sudden, no runs, and now we've had 7 runs in the last 2 innings. McKenzie, the DH, leading it off for the Toros. 1-2 pitch. Will strike out, facing Bubba Blade. McGillicuddy now. 2-2 pitch. Hit one in the right field. That'll be a routine out. 2 down, and now Azza. 3-0 pitch. Will take a walk. We'll bring up Berluna, the catcher. Full count yet again, and he'll draw a walk. So runners at first and second for Cortez, the 9-hitter. Who will get a... No, they're going to pop it up. It's hard. This park has weird animations. Cortez will pop it up, and now will retire the side. Bottom of the 8th, Monspooner. It's going to fly out to center field for the first out, facing Ryan Lee still. Now new pitcher, Pedro Martinez in. Cove will step in and draw a 4-pitch walk. 1 on, 1 out for Andrews Jr. Going to lift one to left, and it's caught right at the wall there. Summers now with 1 on. Will hit one to deep center field, and it will be caught. And the Toros will go to the top of the 9th. They need 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead. They'll have the top of the order. And they'll be facing double blades. A starting pitcher. Will get an infield single there off the glove of the second baseman. Troy Murphy now. They'll strike out on the 0-2. Holy Cow now. Will swoon and hit this one out of here. Touch them all. Fecka, Holy Cow. And the Toros are within 1 run with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Be up to our clear, not cloudy, to keep it going. The outfield is very deep, but he strikes out on the 2-2. Now it's going to be up to McKenzie, the DH, to keep this going. McKenzie, 1-1 pitch. Will hit to right field. That will be a single, and now will be up to Chadwick McGillicuddy, the second baseman, who will swing and fly out the left, and that will be a winner for the Nashville Stars. As we saw a lot of offense in the bottom half of this game, 5-4 is your score. Well, that was entertaining, huh?
Absolutely. Very entertaining down to the last inning, too.
So there we go. We just watched it, so you can see the box score for yourself. So let's see. Player of the game. Might be interesting to see. It looks like it's going to be Dizzy Stoner, who went 5 in the third inning to give up 1 run, no earned, with 5 Ks and 2 walks in the no decision.
All right, well, let's find out what happened across town 7 hours later. It's going to be the Voyagers getting the win over the Sloths 9-8. 6 runs, 6th inning for New York as they take a 3-2 lead in the series and are 1 win away from the World Series. 3 for 4 day with 4 RBIs for Woofington Jr. Stewart goes 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored on San Antonio. For New York, 3 RBIs from Angel and 2 each on 2 hits for Taz and Dog. Bakugo gets the win, Adkins the save for New York. The loss will go to Boss the third, and Summa Dog will be your player of the game for this one. All right, we'll go ahead and save the game and advance the day. Any changes, GMs? Please let us know as soon as possible. We advance the day. It's travel day for the majors. So it's just going to be the minor leagues, and we'll do a quick sim of the Lemurs Hepcats and do a stream game of the Bears Firehawks. And ordinarily I'd say we could do out of town, but as we just proved with the 105-805 staggered starts, that's not going to work. So we will be quick simming the Lemurs Hepcats before heading on into the Bears Firehawks game. So GMs, if you have changes, let us know. Bears say they're letting it ride. Firehawks say they're letting it ride. Hepcats have not responded since the start of the stream, and Lemurs say that they're going to let it ride unless they change their mind. So never mind. All right. What do you mean AJay made Juosa sweat for no reason? Juosa was the one that suggested doing it out of town, okay? This is her idea, not mine. All right. Let's do the quick sim for the Lemurs versus the Hepcats. Chadwick, you want to take us on into this one?
Let's see. Can Kansas City keep their just out-of-mind form going? Up 2-1 against the best team in the minors, and the survey will say yes. How about a 5-2 win for Kansas City as they're a win away from being a team with a losing record in the regular season to get to the World Series? Ford Lincoln Mercury leading the way, 3 for 4 with 3 RBI in this one. For Louisville, scattered RBIs from Griffin Hoff. And that's all in their 2 RBIs. Pitching-wise, Smidius improves to 3-0 in the playoffs, giving up just 1 run unearned while striking out 3 and 5 1/3. Cologne goes 3 innings, gives up 1 run out of the bullpen to get a hold. Your loss is going to go to Braxton, who falls to 0-2. And biggest Tidius Smidius will be your 3-0 playoff starter and player of the game.
All right, so that brings us on into our next streamed game of the day, that being the Bears and the Firehawks. Bruce City leads the series 3-0. They're looking for the semifinal sweep, and they send Ryan Alvarez to the mound to do it. California sending Slippin' Jimmy to the mound in a game where the Firehawks need a win to start their potential reverse sweep of the Bears, if that's going to happen. California, they beat the number 5 seed Florida in order to get here. They're the number 4 seed at a 60-48 record. Bears had that first round bye. This is the first bye since they won the title back in season 49. They're on a 5-season playoff streak, but they've had to work through the quarterfinals for the last 3 seasons to get to potentially get to the semifinals. Keep an eye out for the Bears on the base paths. We have speedsters. They let the minors in stolen bases, and they have quite a lot of them. They don't show stolen bases on the head-to-heads here, but if you had it open, you'd see that they would have a lot as they lead the minors. California, 3rd in OPS as a team after the Dillos and the Lemurs. So they're a team that gets on base a lot and gets a lot of hits, gets a lot of walks. So a couple of dangerous teams offensively. And we have a couple of really great pitchers on the mound for this one, Ryan Alvarez and Slippin' Jimmy. Any thoughts on this one before we get started, Chadwick? We do have a prediction in the chat for who will win, so if you want to get your gamble some channel points, go ahead and do that now.
Yeah, you just think the way the playoffs are going that we wouldn't see a 4-game sweep in a 7-game series, but we had, what, 3 out of the 4 majors were 3-game sweeps
Yeah,
in the first round there. So, it could happen, but perhaps the Firehawks edge one back here to keep this series going.
Yeah, it's going to be a interesting matchup here. We have Chaotic just put 50,000 on Brew City to win. So if you're a Firehawk fan and hoping to win some of Chaotic's money, you might want to put some money on California. I see it now; it's starting to swing a little bit more in the Firehawks' favor now that I've mentioned that. Still looks to be Brew City on the who wins prediction though, 65 to 35% of the channel point vote at the time of me starting that sentence anyway. I think we're about ready to get on into it. Let's see. I did the start of the first one, so do you want to do the start of this one?
I will. I'll start us off.
All right. Take it away.
It'll be Slippin' Jimmy will be on the mound. Pitching to Jeff Bass.
Let's get this out of the way here.
Lead us off here.
That's a better camera angle, I think.
There we go.
There we go.
And off we go. 0-2 count to Bass. And we're off and running with a fly ball to right field for the first out. Eschenbaugh, the right fielder, steps in and will bang a single right up the middle. 1 on, 1 out for Boucher. It's going to lift that to center. That'll be caught. 2 down, 1 on now for Zito, who will hit it this center field, but it will be caught. And 1 hit is all that California allows, and it's scoreless top of the first. Can you take me higher? Will be facing Alvarez. He is going to get a single that he'll stretch to a double as the ball bounces to the track. Hawthorne, the 2-hitter. Step in, he'll hit it to right. Runner thought about tagging, but he'll stay at second. Bonaspolio will ground the ball and get an infield single. No, he just gets out. Johnson, third. Ground out to the shortstop. And California wastes a leadoff double. Mello, the DH, will step in. 1-1 count. And we'll get an infield single. Using some of that 60 speed. Tweedlecock will watch Mello steal second. Tweedlecock will now foul off to the catcher in foul territory for the first out. Runner at second now for McThick. Who will get a base hit? That will score a run. And like that, the Bears lead 1-0 in the top of the second. Be Mistier, center fielder, will strike out on the full count. 2 outs, 1 on now for Levine. And Levine will get a base hit to right. Runner will go first or third. They're cornered for the top of the order in Bass, who's going to get ball down the line. He'll get to the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and it'll be a bases clearing double as Blue City takes a 3-0 lead. Eschenbaugh now is going to hit one deep into the gap, and it's gone. Touch 'em all, Patrick Eschenbaugh. And Blue City is blowing this open 5-0 as they look to sweep the Firehawks. Boucher now. Nobody on. 2 outs. Lift at the right, and the side will be retired, but not after 5 runs for the Bears. Harris will lead it off for the Firehawks. He will strike out on the 2-2, and it'll be up to Gus Beavers, the catcher, to get something going. Full count. And he'll draw a walk. Letterman Jr. now. Shortstop steps in, and he'll strike out looking on the 1-2. 2 outs, 1 on for Deion Sandals, who will strike out on a full count. So a shutdown inning for Alvarez after the Bears score 5 in the top of the frame. 3rd inning we go. And that will be a base hit for the left fielder. Not Brandon Mello, the DH. Who will ground into a fielder's choice. They'll get the lead runner at second. Tweedlecock down. Runner's going. Runner's safe. Runner's going again. Steals second. Steals third. Tweedlecock will now hit the left fielder. They tag. They will. And it's 6-0. Speed got that run. A steal second, a steal third, and then a sac fly. McThick will hit one to right field. It will be caught. Bruce City tacks on a run in the top of the third to increase their lead to 6-0. Altuve will lead it off for the Firehawks. He'll fly out to center. Top of the order, Can You Take Me Higher? Will get a base hit. Second hit of the game for them. One on for Hawthorne, who is going to ground out into the fielder's choice. They'll get the lead runner safe at first. Bonifacio will get a walk. And now Zach Johnson the third, their big hitter, will have a chance. He'll hit one, but it not deep enough. Fly out to left field. And two runners are stranded as we go to the top of the fourth. Misture will ground out 4-3, first out. Levine now, second baseman, will hit one in the center, but he'll be caught just short of the track. And now Bass, the leadoff hitter. Full count. Will strike out. Bottom four we go. California just needs to, score a run here or there to start chipping away. Harris will strike out on the 1-2. Beavers will draw the walk. Now Leatherman Jr. with one on. Will draw a walk as well. So two on now for Sandals. 0-1 pitch. He'll hit it to first, and they'll turn a quick double play. First to second, back to first. Impressive. Eschenbach, who has a home run in this game, will hit another into the bullpen. Touch them all for the second time in this game. Patrick Eschenbach. My goodness. 7-0. Boucher will grind out to short. Zito will hit it to right field. That will be caught for the second out. And now Mello, the DH, will fly out to right field. And we go to the bottom fifth, AJ. It's 7-0. Can California complete a big comeback?
It's going to need to be a really big comeback if they're going to get this one. 4.5 innings remaining. And they need 7 runs at least. And that's just to tie it up. Mihire will get a single after a ground out by Altuve was the first out of the inning. Hawthorne goes down the strikeout, bringing up Bonpensiero. New pitcher Professor Crockwell on the mound for the Bears, and strikes out Bonpensiero, the first batter they face, to retire the side. Top of the 6th we go. Bears looking to add on more insurance runs. Firehawks looking to stem the bleeding. Tweedlecock strikes out. Now McThick, the 1-1. Grounded to first. On to the pitcher to retire McThick. Misture beats out an infield single. That brings up Levine. As Misture steals second, and the throw is off target, allowing Misture to reach third. And now a ball into the corner. Levine gets a double. RBI double for CJ Levine. Bears lead 8-0. The ground out to third will end the inning, but the Bears strike again. 8-0 in favor of Brew City. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Johnson the third strikes out. Harris. Fly ball left center field. It will be caught. A leaping grab by Misture out there in center. Beaver slow roller to the shortstop. Plenty of time to get to first. Infield single for Gus Beavers. Weatherman Jr. And that one's bobbled by the second baseman. Safe at first on the error is Weatherman Jr. It's going to be a drop third strike, but thrown out at first is Sandals by half a step, according to the feed. Nothing across to the Firehawks, and they're down to their last 3 innings of work. Eschenbach draws a walk. Boucher strikes out on the 1-2 pitch. Now Jecto, the runner on first, one away. Grounder is short, takes it himself, fielder's choice for out number 2. Jecto reaches first. Marshmallow will single them over to third. Now runners at the corners with 2 outs for Livingston Tweedlecock. And a ground out to second will end the inning. Stretch time here in California, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. 9 outs remaining for the Firehawks, and they need to score 8 runs within that time just to tie it up. Oso Altuve gets on board with a single. New pitcher, Whirlwind von Helwick for the Bears. Mihire strikes out. Hawthorne checks swing, and the appeal says strike 3. On Pensiero, liner leaping catch by McThick to prevent a hit. Robbed him of that one. We head to the top of the 8th, still 8-0 in favor of the Bears. A foul out for McThick is the first out of the inning. Mistur, the 2-2 pitch, swung on and grounded to the second baseman, thrown on to first for out number 2. Levine, fly ball to right field, easy grab for the right fielder Harris. And the bottom of the 8th we go. 8-run deficit for the Firehawks. They need to start scoring now. Johnson III grounds out, 1 away. Devin Harris. Walk drawn on the 3-1. Now it's Gus Beavers, 1 for 1 today. They strike out on the fastball. Weatherman Jr. Base hit to right. Advancing the runner to third. Throw not in time. Harris gets there. Runners at the corners now for Sandals, who grounds out to second to end the inning. And we head to the 9th. Bears up by 8 runs. Top of the 9th. Deep drive to left field. Jeff Bass will go yard. Another home run for Bruce City. A solo shot here in the 9th just adds on to the mountain that the Firehawks have to climb to stay alive here. 9-0 Bears. Eschenbauer will fly out to left, 1 away. Now Boucher, fly ball to right. There's out number 2. Jecto, 2 down, nobody on. That'll be a single to right for Jecto. Marshmallow the DH, the 0-2. Struck out looking. That'll end the top of the 9th. Everything to play for the Firehawks. They need 9 runs within 1 inning just to stay alive in this one. Altuve grounds out to third. There's the first out. Mihire strikes out. Firehawks down to their last pitch. Bears 1 out away from the World Series. Hawthorne draws a walk. Firehawks do have a base runner now. Bonpensiero. Fly ball right field. This could do it. Bears advance into the World Series. They sweep the Firehawks 4-0 in the semifinals. Bruce City Bears are the first team to punch their ticket to Saturday's World Series. And they do it with gusto. 9-0 the final. Big day for Mihire, 3 for 5 for California, but it was all about the Bears offense today with 3 RBIs from Bass and Eschenbauer at the top of that order, including 2 home runs from Eschenbauer. Crockwell will get the win. The loss goes to Jimmy. Patrick Eschenbauer, your player of the game, and well-deserved. Congratulations, Bruce City. We have our first World Series team locked in, and it is the Bruce City Bears. Congratulations. Let me go ahead and update our crawler here. And there we have it. Bruce City wins 4-0 in the series. And we have no more quick sims because New York, Cancun, and Kansas City all have 3 wins in their respective series, which means that San Antonio, Nashville, and Louisville are all on the back foot and need to win out the rest of their games in order to advance to the World Series. We'll go ahead and advance the day. Yeah, I believe it's no, it's not a travel day. My mistake. 1 more game for the Miners before they head to a travel day. So, let's see. I guess we'll just start with the majors. Let's see.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. First of all, we'll start with the Sloths and Voyagers. They haven't seen a game of their teams yet. Then we'll go to the Stars, Toros, and then head to the minor leagues. But any changes, GMs? Please let us know as soon as possible. Yep, we have Sloths and New York on stream first. Let's see,
Looks like New York has changes.
Okay, I will take a look at that momentarily. We have Stars, Molders, batters faced. Okay. Mulder, batters faced. 324. Pitch count to 110. Okay. Anything else, Stars? Voyagers have changes. Head over there. Bakugo to middle leaf. Used less often. Adkins, middle leaf. Avoid high leverage for game 6. Okay. Voyagers that look good, or any other changes? Stars, let me know if you have changes as well. There's been nothing from the lemurs and hepcats. Sloths have been letting ride the entire time. Toros have not said anything, so unless I hear anything from the Voyagers or Stars that I missed something, I think we're good to go. Last chance, teams. Final call. All right. Not seeing anything. So we'll head on into game number 6 for the Sloths and Voyagers. Gotta make sure BNN is off for this for sure. Okay, looks good. Sloths and Voyagers. So the Sloths trail in the series. Voyagers lead it 3-2. We have the Sloths, the number 3 seed, and the Voyagers, the number 1 seed. Last time these two teams played against each other in the playoffs actually dates back to season 45, 8 seasons ago, which is kind of a surprise because like around that time, it really felt like the Sloths and the Voyagers were like two of the biggest teams in the Legends Conference. And so it's kind of a surprise that it's taken this long for us to get a rematch in the playoffs. We have a channel point prediction. It's a simple who wins between the Sloths and the Voyagers. We have New York with the best record in the majors at 73-35 coming in as the number 1 seed. They send Joey Moose to the mound. Sabotage was your quarterfinals MVP and put together a fantastic season with a 329 average and a 1.025 OPS and does very good against Aria, 324 average there. For the Sloths, it was Littleton who was the series MVP in the quarterfinals. Not what you'd expect. Their number 8 hitter, who only had a 233 average in the regular season, but they had a great quarterfinals against Boise, where the Sloths beat the Raptors 3-1 in order to get to this point. Artemis Aria, the starting pitcher, and they don't really fare well against the Voyagers. 0-4 with a 5.19 ERA, but Joey Moose not that much better against San Antonio, 11.57 ERA. So this could be a big day for the Bats on both sides. What do you think here, Chadwick?
Yeah, I find it surprising that I guess if you look down the middle there, with the 2 ties, it really is favoring towards the Sloths. So we'll see what happens. New York is back at home, so I think home field is going to be pretty large here.
Well, if they can win in front of their home crowd here in game number 6, they will be advancing to the World Series. Sloths need to win 2 in a row here to make it back to the World Series. Sloths actually have the longest time since they've won the World Series out of the 4 teams in the playoffs right now. They haven't won it since season 34, all the way back almost 20 seasons ago. Meanwhile, Cancun won it in 45, and New York and Nashville have each won it in the last 2 years. So Sloths are probably itching to get back there and give it another crack. Let's find out who's going to win game number 6. Will it be the Voyagers advancing to the World Series, or will the Sloths hang on and force a game number 7? Let's go ahead and start things off. It's going to be Brown, Trantow, and Marcus due up against Joey Moose Jr. to start us off. Game number 6 of the Legends Conference Finals. We are underway. The 0-1 pitch from Moose Jr. to Bartholomew Brown will be in play. Grounded to the pitcher, thrown on first, not in time. Infield single for Bartholomew Brown, and they're already off for second. Stolen base. Throw is wild into the outfield. Brown takes third. Trantow, fly ball into left center field. It's going to be caught, but it is deep enough to bring home Brown. Sack fly for Caden Trantow. Sloth strike first within their first two batters. It's already 1-0 San Antonio. Don Marcus will drop that one in front of the left fielder. Pickoff attempt. Nothing doing though. Wolfington Jr. grounds it to first. Over to second for one. The fielder's choice. Throw not in time to get Wolfington Jr. at first. Deep drive to right center field. Dynasty goes yard. 2-run home run for Dynasty. And the Sloths lead at 3-0 in the first. O'Sullivan Jr. with 2 outs and nobody on strikes out to end the inning. The Sloths out to an early lead. Big first inning for them. It's 3-0. Chris Angel will face the starting pitcher Artemis Aria for the first at bat for the Voyagers. 1-2 pitch is singled over the shortstop's head. Chris Angel on board. For second they go. The throw not in time. Good jump from Chris Angel. And now Otaj lines that one into the right field corner. It's an RBI double for Seb Otaj. Voyagers close that lead just a little bit. It's now 3-1. Yeti Taz strikes out. Beatty Jr. lines that right to the first baseman. 2 away. Nolan Teddy grounds out. Oh no, it's going to be bobbled by Aria at first. Well, the fielder's choice will end the inning, so nothing really made much of the error. It said it was a throwing error in the feed, I think, so it might have actually been an error on Kell, not Aria. Doesn't quite matter regardless. It's a 3-1 ball game, and Stewart will lead off the Sloths second with a double. Already putting themselves into scoring position, and a 2-run bomb by Rob Littleton continues their hot playoffs in season 53. 2-run home run, Rob Littleton. Their second of the postseason and their 7th RBI. Malcolm Kell strikes out on the circle change. 1 away. Bartholomew Brown. Check swing. They did not go around on the full count pitch. It's ball 4. Off for second they go, and no throw from the catcher. Easy stolen base for Bartholomew Brown. Caden Trantow flies out to center field. Don Marcus 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Base hit for Marcus. That'll bring home a run. 6-1 Sloths. Wolfington Jr. strikes out to end the inning. It was a close play at the plate, but Brown was able to get there from second. Very impressive. Bottom of the second we go. Matsui Hidari starts off the Voyagers with a single. Tomato the second strikes out. 1 away, runner on first. Pickoff attempt, no dice. Summit Dog going to ground into the double play, 6-4-3, and that will finish up the second inning. Sloths lead 6-1 as we head to the top of the third. They've put up 3 runs in each of the first 2 innings. Juicy Jumbo actually came in to pitch during the second inning. I didn't even notice that. Early chase for Joey Moose. Sullivan Jr. going to be the first out of the inning. Stewart flies out to right. Dynasty on first. It will be Rob Littleton. Fly ball, center field. Barely moving out there is Summa Dog, and they will retire the side with a 1-in catch. No hits and 1 walk for San Antonio. The first goose egg for them in this ball game. Bottom of the third, a cutter will strike out Chris Angel. Sabotage flies out to right, 2 down. And now Yeti Taz. Taz fly ball to right. Easy grab for Littleton. 1-2-3 go the Voyagers, and the Sloths hold the lead at 6-1. We head to the top of the 4th. 5-run lead for the Sloths. Malcolm Kell strikes out. 1 down, no one on. Andu Lavu, the new pitcher for the Voyagers. Voyagers using a lot of their bullpen already, and we're only in the 4th here. Caden Trantow, drop third strike. Throw is in time to retire them anyway. And that is the inning. Sloths lead 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Carl Beatty Jr. starts things off for the Voyagers with a deep drive to left field off the wall on a fly. It's going to be a double for Beatty Jr. They put themselves into scoring position on the first at-bat of the inning. Teggy grounds out, advancing Beatty Jr. to third, and now it's Skatos. Struck out on the 1-2 pitch. 2 down. And Hidari will strike out as well. Strikeout number 5 for Artemis Aria. And we head to the top of the fifth. Sloths lead by 5. In the heart of their order coming up, Marcus Whiffington Jr. and Dynasty. Marcus flies out to right. Whiffington Jr. strikes out, and now it's going to be Dynasty, the DH. 1 for 1 with a home run on the day. Fly ball left field, and that will be out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 6-1, Sloths with a big lead here, Chadwick.
That's right. 8-9-1 for the Voyagers. Tomato facing Aria will get a leadoff walk. Down 5. Semadog will now hit one opposite field, but it will drop. Runners at first and second. Chris Angel, top of the order, will ground out into a double play, but runner moves to third. Bring up AJay, who will launch a passed ball or a wild pitch, score the run, and then AJay will walk on a full count. So New York's within 4, runner at first, 2 outs. Taz will pop one up on the infield, and that will retire the side. But New York gets a run, and that's what they need to focus on, is just scoring runs. O'Sullivan Jr. will hit one to third for the first out, facing Dylan. Stewart will draw a full count walk, so 1 on, 1 out for Littleton, who will strike out looking on the 2-2. That'll bring up Kell, who's unfortunately in a cold streak, and will stay cold, striking out on the 1-2. New York gets a shutdown inning. Beatty Jr. now will hit one to center, but caught. 1 down. Teggy, the third baseman, will get a base hit in between first and second. Skatos, the DH, will ground into a double play. They had him shifted to perfection there. We'll go top of 7. 6-2 still in favor of the Sloths. Brown will lead it off for the Sloths, facing Keep a Secret, who will strike out on the 2-2. Trantow now will hit one into the outfield. Left fielder will take it. That's 2 down. Now Don Marcus will strike out on the 1-2. So there we go. San Antonio hasn't scored after the first 2 innings. Hidari will ground out to third. No! Bad throw, and they'll be safe on the air. Tomato will bunt. Get the runner to second. Interesting. Semadog will ground out to first unassisted. Runner moves to third, and now Chris Angel has a chance to drive in a run. Will hit one though center field, but it will be caught. And through 7, the Voyagers trail by 4. Whiffington Jr. will strike out on the 1-2. They'll bring up Dynasty. He's got 4 home runs in the postseason. Will strike out there on the full count. 2 down now. O'Sullivan Jr. 0 for 3 on the day. Full count. Will strike out. A lot of full counts today, it seems. All right, New York has the heart of their order up in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be AJay, the 2-hitter. Ground out 4-3. Yeti Taz will get a base hit against Aria, who's over 100 pitches now. Betty Jr. will fly out to shallow center. 2 down, 1 on. New pitcher now. Emel's come in. Teggy's hitting. And Teggy is going to hit the left. But the left fielder races over, gets under the ball, makes the catch, and through 8, New York trails by 4. San Antonio looking for insurance. Stewart facing Taylor Atkins will fly out the left in foul territory. Littleton now. First pitch will hit it into the gap. That will get to the wall. That will be a double. Stand-up double with 1 out. Kell now will strike out on the 2-2. It'll be up to Brown to get that insurance for the Sloths. Brown will hit it to left, but a diving catch saves a possible run. And will that loom large? I don't know. New York needs 4 to tie, 5 to win. Skatos facing Emel will strike out on another full count. Hidari now. 1-2 will strike out. Down to the last out, the Voyagers with Crazy Tomato. 1-2 pitch. Will get a base hit. Semadog 0-2 will strike out. And San Antonio keeps their season alive with a 6-2 road victory. We will head to a Game 7 in this Majors series. How about pretty impressive pitching by Arya there? 7 2/3, 112 pitches, 5 Ks. A very good start. Moose Jr. only got through 3 outs, gave up 5 runs, unfortunately. But Artemis Arya, your player of the game, no doubt, with 7 2/3 of just great playoff pitching.
All right, so Sloths Voyagers will be headed to a Game 7. GMs, if you have changes to make for the Game 7, let us know. You have a little bit of time, though, as we have 2 more streamed games to get to before we'll be bringing you Game 7 for the Sloths and the Voyagers. And the first of those 2 streamed games is the Stars versus the Toros. We have Zach Mulder and JC Swishman on the mound for their respective teams. Let me just go ahead and double check that nothing happened there and save the game as well before we head on into the next one. And Nashville Stars are trailing 3-2. The Toros need to win one of the next 2 games in order to advance to the World Series. Stars need to win both. Nashville looking to follow in the footsteps of the Sloths and force a Game 7 with a win in Game 6. And they'll send Zach Mulder to the mound to do it. JC Swishman on the mound for the Cancun Toros. And we talked a little bit already about the playoff success that Cancun has had. But Nashville has had quite a bit of success with the playoffs as well recently. This is their 8th straight season in the playoffs. As mentioned, they're the reigning World Series champions, and they have, at the very least, made the World Series the last 2 seasons. So they have a very competitive team, something to be proud about as a part of that Nashville squad. If you're a player or a GM, something to be proud of. But they have their backs against the wall here in this series. They really need to get a win here in game number 6 to force a Game 7 just to keep their hopes alive. So a must-win scenario for Nashville as the visiting team. It's always a tough situation to be in when you're traveling to someone else's stadium and needing a win to stay alive. That home crowd can really rile you up. We have a prediction of, do we get a Game 7? So if you think we're getting a Game 7, you think the Stars are going to win, you'd vote yes. If you think that we're not getting a Game 7, you think the Toros are going to win, you're voting no. Now, Chadwick, I'm not going to ask you what your opinions are on this one, because I know there's the fear of the jinx, but do you have any thoughts heading into game number 6 here?
Yeah, I guess the big thing is this pitching matchup. I think we've already saw this before, and Swishman didn't have the best start. So I would be looking for a rebound from the starting pitcher of the Toros, as he had a 3.10 ERA through the season. So a solid pitcher, and I would expect a good start from him this time around.
Yeah, I think the tail of the tape is either a bounce-back start for J.C. Swishman or just continued dominance from Zach Mulder, who has been absolutely stellar through the postseason so far. So it'll be a interesting matchup to watch here between these 2 starting pitchers to see which one gets the better of the other, or if they both have great days or if they both have bad days. Anything is possible in the PBE playoffs. I think we're ready to get started. Let's see, you finished up the last one, right? So you're going to start us off for this one?
I will start us off, that's right.
All right, go ahead and take it away then, Chadwick.
Be Swishman on the mound for Cancun, facing Sokoto, and we don't want, that's like Nader Cam, like a bird, like directly over the field. But here we go, in this beautiful brick ballpark.
There we go. Now go ahead.
It'll be Swishman versus Sokoto. 1-2 pitch in the first at-bat of this Game 6. We'll see a base hit to left field, which will be turned into a double, but he'll throw it out, actually. Got way too greedy there, gets thrown out. Now a diving play by the shortstop for the second out. And now Randberg will strike out. So Cancun flashing some leather and some arm to get out of that one. A starting pitcher will lead it off against Mulder. And on the check swing will strike out on the 1-2. Bring up Troy Murphy. 2-0 pitch. Will get hit to left field, and that's a base hit. Holy cow, Triple Crown winner. Will strike out. Rowdy will draw a walk on a full count, so they're 2 on, 2 out for McKenzie. Who will hit one to right field, and it will be caught. Each team gets a hit in the first, but no runs. So go to the second, be Ballard Jr. 2-1 pitch. Hit one to center. That'll be caught for the first out. Love, the first baseman. 1-0. Will hit one to center as well. Pretty much the same dang spot. Bomb spinner now. 1-1. Will get a base hit to left. 1 on, 2 out for Cove. Runners going. Won't matter. Ball's hitting to the left center field gap, but the center fielder gets there. And now McGillicuddy will lead it off for Cancun in the bottom second. Full count, and he'll strike out on the fastball. As a shortstop, will draw a walk. Double in the catcher, Berlina, who will strike out looking on the 2-2. Now Cortez will have a chance to keep this going. And he'll get a base hit under the glove of the second baseman. Runner will go first to third on the close play, and now the starting pitcher has a chance to drive in a run. But no, will hit a liner to left field, and it's caught. Top 3 were still scoreless. Andrews Jr. will hit one to center, but that's right on the line, right at him, 1 down. Summers, 1-1 pitch. Will hit one to left, and it's out of here. Touch a ball, locks and William Summers, the DH out of the 9-hole. Gives Nashville a 1-0 lead. Sokoto will strike out in the 2-2. So 2 outs now. Nash DeVille, who is hot, hitting 4-14 in the playoffs, will ground out to short, but Nashville on the solo home run will take a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third. Murphy will strike out on the full count. Now, holy cow will take a full count as well and hit this one into the gap. It will go to the wall, and that's a deep ballpark, and that will be a triple in this puck. If you get it to deep center, you've got a chance there. So runner up third for Rowdy, who's going to hit one to right. Well, the tag should be deep enough. They'll tag him, and he's safe. And we're tied at 1 on the bottom of the third on the sac fly. McKenzie now will get a base hit. So it'll be 2 outs, 1 on for McGillicuddy. And McGillicuddy's going to hit one to right, but it will be caught. But Cancun matches Nashville in that frame with a run in the bottom of the third. Randberg now. 1-1 pitch. Will ground out to the second baseman. Ballard Jr. 1-2 counts. Will get a base hit to right center field. 1 on, 1 out for Love. Runner's going. Runner's safe. They'll steal second. Runner in scoring position for Love, who kicks out in the 1-2. 2 outs now. Get the bomb spinner driving the run. 2-2 pitch. Will hit at the center. Center fielder doesn't move. Catches that ball. Will go to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be 7-8-9 for the Toro. Vasner will lead it off. 2-0 count. And Azza will ground out to the second baseman. Berlino now. 2-2. Will ground out to the second baseman as well. And now Cortez will draw a walk. So turn the lineup over. Starting pitcher. We'll see Cortez steal second. Now, starting pitcher will get the ball down, and that stolen base is going to miss. A great throw from left by Randberg will get Cortez at the plate. And the Toros do not take the lead. Top of the fifth, Cove will get a leadoff single. Andrews Jr. now. Going to ground into a fielder's choice. They can't turn 2. hit the lead runner. Summers now hit a home run earlier. We'll get another hit. Runner the first and second for Segota, run out. And he will ground into double play, and that will end the inning. And here's AJay in what has been a very tightly contested Game 6.
Yeah, incredibly close here with a 1-1 tie heading into the bottom of the fifth. Both teams with 5 or 6 hits, very close. Troy Murphy gets on board. Ohi Cal will fly out to left. Far clear, not cloudy. Grounds that to the shortstop. Throw on to second is in time. On to first. Wow, a diving stop followed by a double play. What a amazing play by the Nashville defense. Now Nashville going to ground out to start off the top of the sixth. Sobert Ramberg strikes out. Vidal Valor Jr. 2 outs, nobody on. Walk drawn by Valor Jr. on the 3-1 knuckle curve. No love. Going short on to second for the fielder's choice, and that retires the side. No hits and 1 walk for Nashville, and the score still tied at 1. We head to the bottom of the sixth. It's going to be McKenzie, McGillicuddy, and Aza against Remy LeBeau, the new pitcher for the Stars. McKenzie flies out to left, 1 away. McGillicuddy grounds out to second, 2 down. Aza. Strikeout. 1, 2, 3 go the Toros. We head to the top of the 7th. Game still tied at 1. Mom Spooner strikes out. And Nova Montana now enters the game. And deep drive to left all the way back to the track. Wynius Cove took that one for a ride, but not quite enough to leave the park. Andrews Jr. strikes out to end the top of the 7th. We head to the stretch. Now the bottom of the 7th. Brolina Cortez, pitcher, due up. Brolina, fly ball. Caught in center field, 1 away. Victor Cortez strikes out on the sinker ball. And now pitcher. Base hit into center field. First hit since the 5th, if I'm not mistaken, for either team. Murphy, though, strikes out, and that retires the side. We go to the last 2 innings with the score still knotted at 1. Top of the 8th we go. Summers, the DH, pops out to the shortstop, 1 down. Sakudo strikes out looking on the cutter ball. 2 down. Here's DeVille. Grounder to second, on to first, out number 3. Bottom of the 8th, 1-1. Ohi Cow, are clear, not cloudy, and McKenzie due up against LeBeau. Ohi Cow grounds out, 1 down. Are clear, not cloudy. Base hit to the left center corner. And that one's going to be a double for Are clear, not cloudy. 1 out, runner in scoring position. McKenzie strikes out though. There's McGillicuddy. Fly ball center field, and there's out number 3. Nothing doing in the 8th. We head to the 9th. No score since the 3rd. It's still 1-1. Randberg against Cotswold, the new pitcher. Randberg going to ground out to second, 1 down. Valor Jr. Fly ball center field. Barely moving out there is Cortez. They'll put the glove on. Out number 2. No love. Strikes out. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Stars hoping for extra innings here. Toros could walk it off, though, with a single run in the bottom of the 9th. Sigmeyer of Katarina, the new pitcher for the Stars. Ozza strikes out on the check swing, 1 down. Brolina, the catcher. Strikes out as well, 2 away. Victor Cortez, the center fielder. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down on the strikeouts. Katarina gets them 1, 2, 3, and we head to extras in game number 6. Cotswold back to the mound. Martinez Mom Spooner flies out to right, 1 away. Wynius Cove flies out to left, 2 down. Hayden Andrews Jr. Fly ball, center field, shallow. It's going to be caught. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Top of the order for the Toros, pitcher Murphy at Ohi Cow. Katarina back to the mound. Pitcher grounds out to the shortstop, Troy Murphy. Gets that one past the second baseman, Troy Murphy on board with a one-out single. Winning run on board. Ohi Cow walks on the 3-1 count. Are clear, not cloudy. 1 out, 2 runners on. Deep drive left field. That one is out of here. Cancun Toros walk it off on a 3-run bomb from Are Clear, Not Cloudy. And they are headed to the World Series, winning the semifinals 4-1. What a way to finish off the series. Cancun Toros, congratulations, winning the conference finals on a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 10th inning in game number 6. If Are Clear Not Cloudy is not the player of the game, something is very seriously wrong with the sim. 4 RBIs on the day, including the game winner. Cotswold gets the win. The loss will go to Katarina, and Are Clear Not Cloudy will indeed be your player of the game. Congratulations to the Cancun Toros for punching their ticket to Saturday's World Series. Go ahead and update the crawler here.
I would like to thank my teammates for carrying my regressed corpse to the World Series. I think I'm hitting like 125 or something now. Not good. Thank you all.
Yeah, it's a rough playoff so far for McGillicuddy. Maybe something will change on Saturday, but in the meantime, we still have 2 more series to resolve here. We have the Sloss Voyagers heading to game number 7 on October 1st. But on September 30th, we still have 1 more game to play. It's the Lemurs and the Hepcats. The Lemurs, the number 1 seed in the minor leagues, at 73-35 record, are 1-3 in the postseason, and are 1 loss away from being eliminated in the playoffs by the Kansas City Hepcats, the number 6 seed in the playoffs, who are 6-2 in the postseason. We have Cesar Lopez and Luke Ceadaway. All right, I don't know if I saved or not, but I'm going to save just in case. Luke Ceadaway and Cesar Lopez will be the starting pitchers for this one. Kansas City leads the series 3-1. Hepcats, not only are they the number 6 seed, not only did they have the worst record of the 6 playoff teams in the minors, and the second worst record of a minors playoff team in minors PBE history, but they also have the longest active World Series win drought in the minors. They have not, excluding the Ranas because they're a bot team, but of the other 9 teams, the Hepcats have not won it in the longest time, stretching back to season 39. They did appear in the series in season 50, but they did lose. And this is their first time back in the playoffs in 3 seasons. So they weren't a playoff team in the past 2 seasons. Now they're a playoff team with a not great record in the regular season. And they're 6-2, 1 game away from the World Series. What is happening here, Chadwick?
Some good old Kansas City magic. I don't know what they're based in their ribs with some kind of secret sauce.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's something in the barbecue sauce. It's got to be, right?
That's what I'll go with, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Kansas City, hope you had plenty of barbecue sauce on your ribs tonight. Because if you're looking to win game number 5 and advance to the World Series, gotta have that sauce. Lemurs will send Cesar Lopez to the mound in hopes of keeping their playoff hopes alive. A great season from their number 2 and 3 hitters, Stephen Moore Jr. and Robin Griffin, both with an average of above 300. We'll go ahead and start up the game, I think. We have a prediction of I think it's just who will win. I didn't actually see. Who will win? No, does the team below 500 make the World Series? If you think the Hepcats are going to win, say yes. If you think the Lemurs are going to win this one, say no for now. This is just focusing on this game, even though it's possible that we could have 2 more games after this one. A Game 6 and a Game 7 are definitely possible if Louisville starts a winning streak. So let's find out. We'll go ahead and head on into game. I'll go ahead and start us off for this one with Pink, Moore Jr., and Griffin due up against Luke Sidaway here in Kansas City. Let's get things started. Game number 5. And that is not the view that we're going to be going with. Is default or wide better? Yeah, no, default's better. Alright, here we go. No blimp view, not for the semifinals. Maybe in spring training, someone will do a blimp view game, I don't know. Jenny B. Pink draws a walk to lead off the ball game. Moore Jr. and Robin Griffin due up. Moore Jr. with a base hit, bloop single into left field, advances Pink over to second. And double steal is on. Both are safe to throw into second, but not in time. Robin Griffin, a deep fly ball center field that should be enough to score Pink, and it is. Lemurs strike first here. 1-0. Kenzie Kwanzaa strikes out, and that'll bring up Christopher Hoff, the first baseman, striking out against Sidaway. And that will finish up the top half of the first. Lemurs get a run, and they take an early lead, 1-0 over the Kansas City Hepcats. Speed kills. First up for Kansas City, and they will get on board with a single up the middle. Gnome Child, the third baseman, also singles up the middle. Back-to-back singles for the Hepcats to start things off. AJ Justice. A diving catch in right center by the center fielder Abe Ghosty. Lincoln Mercury strikes out. Runners at the corners, 2 away for Hoy 4. Slow roller to second, and they're just going to eat it. Infield single for Hoy 4 and an RBI. Kansas City ties it up. Child advances to second. Angron Worldier base hit into center field. That will score Child from second. 4 advances to third. Angron Worldier with an RBI single, and the Hepcats will take the lead 2-1. Kason Warwick strikes out to end the inning. But Kansas City answers the Lemurs back with 2 runs of their own in the first. Top of the second we go. Zalewski is going to get on board. Infield hit as Speed Kill is unable to come up with the ball in that one. Baltz will advance to first on the walk. Ghosty, a fly ball to center field. It's caught. Both runners stay put, and here's Shaquille Crawford. Slow roller to the pitcher on to second for the fielder's choice. No relay throw. Runners at the corners, 2 away now for Jenny B. Pink, and a base hit into right ties the ball game at 2. The throw to third is not in time. Crawford will reach third. Runners at the corners for Moore Jr., who flies out to center field to end the inning. But the Lemurs tied up. It's 2-2. At least 1 run in every half inning so far. It's going to be Bones due up for the Hepcats. Base hit to left. Single for Ellis Bones to lead off the home half of the second. Skoden flies out to left, 2 down. Speed kills, a line out to right. 2 away, Gnome Child strikes out for the third out of the inning. And the game remains tied at 2 as we head to the top of the third. Robin Griffin, the second baseman. Diving stop by the third baseman, throw on to first is not in time. Infield hit for Robin Griffin, good speed from the second baseman there. Kwanzaa singles to left. Advances Griffin over to second base. Hoff grounds into what should have been a fielder's choice, but an error, as it looked like it was against Speed Kills. It said Kills drops it, so I assume that's an error on Kills. Zalewski strikes out, but a base hit to center field for Baltz will bring home 2 RBI single for Baltz, and the score is now 4-2 in favor of the Lemurs. Ghosty grounds out into a fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. Crawford, and that's going to be a wild pitch. Hoff will score. Ghosty advances to second. 2 outs, runner in scoring position for Crawford, and a base hit to right is going to bring home another. Lemurs up 6-2 now. And new pitcher, Jose Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, enters the ball game and gets Jenny B. Pink to ground out. Side is retired. 8 batters for the Lemurs in this inning. They score 4 in the top of the third. 6-2 Louisville. AJ Justice leads off the bottom half of the third with a single. Lincoln Mercury, a fielder's choice. Boy 4. Deep fly ball to center field. Back to the track goes Ghosty, and they catch it for out number 2. Angren World Eater grounds out to first, and that will end the inning. Top of the fourth now. 6-2 in favor of the Lemurs. Moore Jr. skies that to the left, 1 down. Robin Griffin will strike out on the 2-2 fastball. 2 away for Kwanzaa. Now ground out to the shortstop, ends the inning. Nothing doing in the top half of the fourth. It's 6-2 in favor of the Lemurs. We'll see if the Hepcats can chip into this lead a little bit here. They're down 4. Warwick grounds out to the pitcher, 1 down. Atlas Bones now. A ground out as well, back to back. Les Skoden. And that's a 2-out double for Les Skoden into the left center gap. Speed kills, strikes out though, and Skoden will have to settle for being stuck at second as they are left stranded. Top of the fifth we go. Lemurs up by 4. Seeing if they can add on more here. Hoff will ground out for the first out. Zalewski strikes out, 2 down. Now Baltz. Baltz had that 2 RBI single earlier on in the ball game, back in the third. And they'll fly out in this at bat. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Lemurs lineup, as they seem to have cooled down after their 4-run third. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Chadwick 6-2 in favor of the Lemurs.
That's right. It'll be a leadoff single there for Gnome Child. Justice now will step in and ground into a double play. They'll turn it 4-6-3. Ford Lincoln Mercury will take a walk against Cesar Lopez. 4 now will step in, hit one to center. Runner going with 2 outs, but no harm done. Fly out to center field through 5. Kansas City trails by 4. Ghosty will lead it off. And will strike out in the 2-2. Still in there is AJay Schmidt. Crawford hit one to left. They'll be handled for the second out. And now Pink, the DH, will hit one to right. And the side's retired. We'll go to the bottom of the 6. 6, 7, 8 for the Hepcats. World Eater. Full count. Will draw a leadoff walk. We have the DH Warwick has 2 home runs. We got a new pitcher. Summers is in. Snore Summers will get a double play on a ground ball. Bones now. Base is empty. Full count. And we'll get a base hit. So that double play saved the run. Skoden now. We'll hit one to short. He'll go the long way. Now we'll retire the side through 6. 6-2 in favor of the Lemurs. More Jr. versus Kevin Choate will fly out. Griffin now will ground out to short. And they'll jonk Kwanzaa. Will get a ball right down the line. First baseman will grab it, take it to the bag unassisted. And we're at stretch time. Speed kills now, facing Summers. Ground out 4-3. Gnome Child will ground out to first base unassisted, and now Justice will hit one to center field, but it will be caught. And we have 2 innings of baseball left in this one. Hoff, who's in a cold streak, will be facing not Kevin Choate. Will get a base hit. Zalewski now, the right fielder, will strike out looking on the 1-2. Brennan Baltz, left fielder, 0-1 pitch. He'll get one down. Runner will go second and third. They'll keep running. A triple. On a routine ball to center, that's very odd. Ghosty will ground out the short, but the run will score. And just like that, 2 more runs on the board for Louisville. 8-2 is now the lead. Crawford, the base is empty. Will ground out to third. I still can't believe that triple on a ball to center. Hepcats will have the cleanup hitter for Lincoln Mercury leading this one off. 2-1 count. It's going to ground out to short. Summers is still in there. 4-0-2 pitch. Will strikeout. World leader. 3-1 pitch. Will hit one to the wall. That will be a 2-out double. Well, Warwick, the DH, will now step up. Warwick will strike out. And we'll go to the top of the ninth where Louisville up 6. Of course, will take a run or two. But they don't really need it. Pink will strike out on the 1-2. Now, Moore Jr., the catcher, hitting 190 in the playoffs. Will draw a 3-2 walk. 1 on, 1 out for Griffin, who whistled to left field, and it's gone. Touch 'em all. Robin Griffin, the second baseman, makes it 10-2. Louisville has 10 runs on 10 hits. Quadma will ground out to second for the second out, and now Huff will ground out to the pitcher, but Louisville scored 4 runs in the 8th and the 9th here. And now Kansas City needs an inning from the ages to keep this game going and to advance. Bones will take a walk against Summers, who's still in there. 34 pitches. New pitcher now, Mookloaf. Skoden will bat and ground into a double play. Unbelievable. 2 outs, nobody on. Speed kills will, on the drop, third strike will get thrown out, and Louisville lives for another day. As they will get a Game 6 in their home park, Louisville. Citadel will take a loss, fall to 0-3. Lopez will get the win, 2-0. Your player of the game is going to be Robin Griffin, who did have a 2-run homer late in the game. So there you go. The Lemurs finally get some runs against this Kansas City team. 3-2, though. So Kansas City still has a chance.
Yep, we'll see a Game 6 for sure between the Lemurs and the Hepcats. Possibly a Game 7 if Lemurs win Game 6. But we only have 1 game left for the majors, and that's Sloss Voyagers game number 7. So we will go ahead and get on into that once we finish any changes to be made. I believe the minors are on a travel day. Yep. So I don't think there will be a problem with the schedule. Because I think it will be a travel day during the minors game 6, and then if there's a game 7, it will be on the same day as game number 1 of the Majors World Series. I don't know if Chaotic wants me to delete that game or not, but we'll figure that out if it comes to that. In the meantime, Voyagers. I was just saying, so currently where we're at is we have our final game for the majors, and the minors are on a travel day. They'll have game 6 tomorrow during the majors travel day, and I think it will start the Majors World Series game 1 on the same day that the minors have game 7, if there is a game 7. So I was like, I don't know if you're going to have me delete game 1 of the Majors World Series, or if you just want me to play game 7 of the minors. If it happens, if the Majors World Series gets scheduled, go ahead and delete them. Okay. I might need your help walking me through that if it gets to that, but that's only if it goes to game 7, so we'll figure that out if it comes to it. New York has changes, so let's see. Jumbo to middle relief used less often. Okay. Bakugo to middle relief used more often. On both sides, make Tegi. Okay, save there and then go strategy. Tegi. Oh, line. I'm sorry. Tegi on both sides. Make Tegi bat 4th, Beatty to 5, Skatos to 6. Well, Scales is already at 6. Oh, on that side anyway. There we go. Okay, and then Love. I'm going to assume that that's not actually Love. Because not only is Love not on your team, Love is a batter. I assume you mean Cove. Enoch, I'm looking for confirmation, but I'm pretty sure you mean Cove here. Pitch count to 105. Hook to +1. If I'm incorrect in assuming that, please let me know. But you said Love, and Love is not on your team and is also a batter. So, okay, meant go. Okay. All right.
Breaking news: mid-series trade has been.
And position change too.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. I'm not seeing anything else. Lemurs, I see the change. I'm going to do that on the next day. I'm not seeing anything else from either the Voyagers or the Toros, so I think we're probably good to go. Save one more time. I'm sorry, I didn't mean Toros. I meant Sloths. The brain exhaustion is already setting in.
It's a long screen, this one, so yeah.
Yep. I mean, we've already covered our 5 streamed games that a normal stream would do. So now we're in extras, as they say, with at least 2 more games to go, possibly 3. So might as well get going. We have Johnny Tatum and Cali Cove due up for the Sloths and the Voyagers for game number 7. Winner goes on to face the Cancun Toros on Saturday in the World Series. The loser goes home and has their season 53 playoff hopes dashed. We have Bartholomew Brown, Caden Trantow, and Don Marcus due up to start off the game against Cali Cove, who is 4-0 with a 1.48 ERA against San Antonio. Johnny Tatum not as good against the Voyagers, a 7.71 ERA. But both pitchers had a great season this year, with 14 wins apiece, winning the majority of the games that they started. All right, Chadwick, any thoughts on this matchup before we head on into it?
Yeah, elimination games always come down to pitching, and I guess closing games, right, on the other side. So It's just who will have the better start. They're both really good pitchers, obviously, if you look at their overall ratings. But you might just give New York the nod if you look at the head-to-head stats, to where Cove is 4-0 versus San Antonio with an ERA under 2, and Tatum's got an ERA over 7 versus New York.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the head-to-head for the pitchers, it definitely looks that way. But I mean, Sloths have the advantage in the head-to-head in more areas than the Voyagers do, with a 5-4 with 1 tie. So really could go either way, and we'll see which way it goes. Game number 7, winner advances to the World Series. Ready to start us off, Chadwick?
Let's do it.
All right, take it away.
All right, Cove will be facing Brown. Bartholomew Brown on an 0-2 pitch will get a base hit to left field. Tranchow now. Runner going. Runner's safe. Still second. Tranchow will ground out to third. Runner will hold at second with the ball in front of him. Marcus now. Will strike out looking on the 1-2. And Wolfington Jr. will draw a 3-0 walk. Runners at first and second for Dynasty, who will strike out. And Cove navigates through that inning without giving up any runs. Angel now facing Tatum. 2-2 pitch. And that would be a leadoff single. Otage, runner going, runner safe. Otage now with the runner in scoring position. Will ground to third. Same situation. Runner holds at second. Taz now. Will bloop on the right. Runner will hold. Runners are cornered for Teggy, who will hit one to deep center field. It's over the center fielder's head. 2 runs will score, and it will be a triple. As New York takes a 2-0 lead on a bases-clearing triple. Beatty will now fly to left. Some time warp happened there. Now Scatos was runner at second, full count. Will draw walk, so they're cornered with 2 outs for Hidari. 1-2 pitch. Hidari will be safe on an infield single. And the runner scores 3-0 for the Voyagers. Tomato now will hit one to right. And that will retire the side. 3-0 in favor of New York though now. O'Sullivan will hit one to right field. That will get to the wall. That will be a leadoff double. So can San Antonio strike right back with Stewart now at the plate? Stewart will hit it to third. Runner is aggressive. Takes third. Middleton will get a base hit. That will go to the wall. That will be a double. Run will score. 3-1 now in favor of New York. San Antonio is on the board. Kell will strike out on the 1-2, and now Brown. 2 outs, 1 on. Will strike out. Well, San Antonio is now on the board. 9-1-2 for the Voyagers facing Tatum. Doug will ground out. Routine, first out. Angel now. Full count. Will draw walk. Sleepy steals again. Otage is up. Runner does not go. And they ground into the double play. That will retire the side as we go to the top of the third. 3-1. Cantrow will strike out in the full count. Then Marcus has got 2 home runs and leads the team with 12 RBI in the playoffs. He'll draw a walk though. 1 on for Wolfington Jr. Runner going, runner out? No, he is out. They did get him. And then Wolfington will strike out, so now Marcus thread out the base pass, hopes the inning end early. We go to the bottom of the third. Yeti Taz will fly out into the shallow left field to the shortstop. Teggy. 0-2 pitch will bang a 2-strike base hit. Brady Jr. 1 on. We'll go opposite field, drop it in there. Runners at first and second of the 1 out for Scatos. Will ground into a double play. And that's the 3rd double play of this game for both teams. A lot of double plays. Let's see Dynasty now. Full count. Ground out the first. Pitcher will cover for the first outs. O'Sullivan Jr. Ground out to short. And no, they'll drop it. That's an error. Runner at first for Stewart. That will be a base hit. Runners at first and second now. Will this error really hurt them? Middleton will strike out looking on the full count. Be up to Kell now for the sloss. Kell will ground out to the pitcher, so the error does not hurt New York. It's still 3-1. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, it'll be Hidari. He's going to get one to center field. That'll be a leadoff single. Tomato the second will be bunting. He'll foul it off. 2 strikes now. Will he bunt still? No, he'll strike out. Runner at first, 1 down for Summadog, who's going to ground into another double play. So some solid infield defense by both sides. To go to the top of the 5th will be Brown. He's going to grind out. No, he won't. The ball will eat up the second baseman. That's an infield single. Trantow will get a base hit. Runner will go first to third for Marcus. Runner's going. Runner steals second. They don't make the throw. But they do make the throw, surprisingly. Marcus will walk. And just like that, the bases are loaded. And the new pitcher, Rantham Jones, comes in with the bases loaded. Full count, nowhere to put him. He strikes him out, though. Shaw Dynasty now. We'll get a base hit. Enters with ball from third baseman. 2 runs will score and a tied. San Antonio scores it up 3-3. And they'll follow that up with a bloop that will get caught by the shortstop. 2 outs, 2 on now for Stewart. And Stewart will strike out, but San Antonio ties this game up, AJ. We should have an entertaining back half of this one.
Yeah, all tied up here as we head to the bottom of the fifth. The leadoff hitter for the Voyagers, Chris Angel, grounds out to start off the bottom half of the fifth inning. Otaj flies out to right, 2 down. Now Yeti Taz, the second baseman, draws a walk on the full count pitch. Nolan Teggy, 2 outs, runner on first base. And that's a drop third strike. And Teggy is going to reach first on the throw, or on no throw rather. Beatty Jr. will get a single. That's going to bring home a run. RBI single by Carl Beatty Jr. and the Warriors take the lead back. It's now 4-3. Deep drive to left field. Goodbye baseball. Mosquitoes will go yard with a 3-run bomb. And a 7-3 lead for the Voyagers as they have scored 4 in this inning. And now a double by Hidari will be the first batter that Leonidas Longpipe faces. Crazy Tomato, the second, singles to right, advancing Hidari over to third. Summit Dog runners at the corners, 2 outs, base hit up the middle. That's another run home. 8-3 Voyagers. Chris Angel fly ball deep left field, all the way back to the wall as Brown and they make the catch. Voyagers bat around scoring 5 runs. That drop third strike, very crucial to helping the Voyagers get to that 5-run mark here in the bottom of the fifth. Top of the sixth, Littleton, the first out of the inning. Kell will draw a walk. Bartholomew Brown lines out to center field, 2 away. Runner at first for Trantow, and they strike out. And that is out number 3. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Sabotage first up for the Voyagers. They will strike out. Yeti Taz, fly ball to right field, shallow, running in, and it's dropped. That'll be an error on the right fielder, Littleton. Teggy strikes out. 2 down, runner at first for Beatty Jr. Fly ball left field, and it's caught. So the error doesn't harm the Sloths. They still trail by 5, though, as we head to the top of the 7th. Don Marcus draws a walk to lead things off in the top half of the 7th inning. Wolfington Jr. strikes out on the fastball from Bakugo. 3 pitches, 3 strikes on the first batter for Bakugo. Now a double by Dynasty will advance Marcus over to third. 2 runners in scoring position now for Sullivan Jr. Only 1 out. Grounder short over to first in time for out number 2, but the run does score. Marcus will score from third. Dynasty at second. Stewart, though, flies out to end the inning. Sloths get a run back. It's now 8-4. Voyagers will look to answer back here against Nathan Abel, the new pitcher for the Sloths. Skatos draws a walk. Hidari tries to bunt that one. It rolls foul. Now the 1-2. Sorry, the 3-2 is going to be a walk. First and second for Tomato. The second grounded back to the pitcher onto first for the first out of the inning. Both runners advance into scoring position. Now second and third. Summit Dog strikes out. Chris Angel with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Fly ball to left field, and it will be caught by Brown. Top of the 8th, Sloths trail by 4. They need 4 runs before 6 outs. There's the first of those 6 outs. Crazy Tomato, the second, goes out to left field to catch that one. Malcolm Kell strikes out. 2 down in the 8th. Bartholomew Brown grounds that one past the second baseman sharply. That'll be a single for Brown. Look for them to be on the move potentially here. Trantow will walk. And Don Marcus, first and second, 2 outs. A walk drawn by Don Marcus. Bases loaded for Tedford Wolfington Jr. 2 outs. Keep a secret enters the ball game. Ground to the shortstop over to first in time for out number 3. Sloths threatened, but they didn't have the outs to keep things rolling. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Voyagers. Otage will start things off. That's a base hit into center field. Why? That seemed like it should have been an easy fly out, but it just dropped in front of Trantow. Taz will strike out. There's the first out of the inning. Teggy draws a walk. First and second with 1 out. The pitch from Emil the Beatty Jr. will be a walk. Bases loaded for the Voyagers. 1 out. Skatos. Deep drive left field. Grand slam for the Voyagers. 4 runs added to New York's total, and it's now 12-4. And this game is broken wide open for New York on the grand slam, already with 4 runs in the lead, with only the 9th remaining for the Sloths to score. And the Voyagers just made it that much more difficult, doubling their lead from 4 to 8. It is in dire situation for the Sloths here. They need 8 runs before 3 outs in the top of the 9th. It's going to be an uphill battle for them, though. There's the first out of the inning. Dynasty or ground out. Well, Sullivan Jr. gets a base hit, so they have a base runner. Stewart grounds out to short, over to second, over to first, double play! That will finish it. The Voyagers will win this one 12-4 in Game 7. Advancing to the World Series, they will take on the Cancun Toros on Saturday in a 7-game conference finals series. Congratulations go to the New York Voyagers for this one. A 7 RBI game from Mo Skatos, who had 2 home runs, a 3-run bomb, and a grand slam. What a day for the New York DH. Tatum will take the loss. The win will go to Jones. Keep a secret their second save of the postseason. Mo Skatos, of course, will be your player of the game, tying the New York playoff game record for RBI with 7. Don Marcus ties the Legends playoff game record for walks with 4 of them. Right there, the number 4 for Don Marcus, who goes 0 for 1 with 4 walks on the day. That finishes off game number 7 for the Legends Conference Finals, which means we only have 1 series remaining. Possibly 2 games, possibly just 1. Okay, so we have the Majors World Series starting tomorrow. So we'll play Game 6, and if they go to a Game 7, then Chaotic, I might need your help with that, with deleting those games. But congrats to the Voyagers. We'll update the crawler here real quick here. Great season by the Sloths as well. Congrats to you guys for making it this far. All right, so we have New York versus Cancun for the Majors World Series on Saturday. The Minors World Series will be Brew City versus whoever wins this series. Let's see. We have changes to be made for the Lemurs, who wanted Snore Summers to have their secondary role removed. Okay. Lemurs, is that the only change for you? If there's anything else, let me know as soon as possible. Haven't heard anything from the Hepcats to this point. So I think we're good. I'm not seeing anything from the Lemurs besides that one change. So, oh, I see Hakem in the Twitch chat. Can't find the Discord. Here, I'll ping you. Hold on. Oh, never mind. You found it. Okay. All right. Lemurs say they're good. Hepcats haven't said anything since the start of the stream, so I think we're good there too. So we have Kansas City leading the series 3-2. Hepcats can win Game 6 and advance to the World Series and face off against the Bears. Or the Lemurs will force a game number 7, which we've already seen one of those. Just one. The Cancun-Nashville series went 6, and the Bears swept the Firehawks. So we've only seen one Game 7. But this is our third Game 6 that we're watching. Kansas City versus Louisville. Michael Dion II versus Ian Rubbish on the mound for their respective teams. Any thoughts on this one, Chadwick, before we get going on into game number 6?
Yeah, it seems Louisville's got some momentum, right, from that last game. So let's see if they can keep it going or if Kansas City will get back into their barbecue sauce ways.
Yeah, the Lemurs had a great win as a comeback from when they were down 3-1 in the series. Could be a momentum shifter for them to carry them into Game 6 if they can keep riding that high of the offense. We could see a potential game number 7 in our future here. The Lemurs did lead the Miners in home runs, and Kansas City was third in runs per game given up. So we are expecting to see quite a lot of fireworks here, at least from the Lemurs side of things. I mean, you have 30 home runs from Kwanzaa, 22 from Hoff, and 20 from Jenny B. Pink. That's just home runs, but I mean, the Hepcats are no slouch either in that department. You have Ford Lincoln Mercury at 25, Justice at 22, and Warwick with 19. So a lot of home run hitters in these two lineups, and we could be in for quite a high-scoring game in Game 6 or Game 7. I think we're ready to get started, though. We're going to go ahead and head on into game number 6 between the Hepcats and the Lemurs. And I will go ahead and start us off for this one. Let's see. With Speed Kills, Gnome Child, and AJay Justice leading us off against Ian Rubbish, the starting pitcher for the Lemurs. Game number 6 of the Miners semifinals, with the Hepcats leading 3-2 in the series. Lemurs are in must-win mode, and we're for game number 5 as well. Speed Kills will start us off with a single to right, and they are already off for second on the second pitch of the next at-bat. Gnome Child strikes out, and AJay Justice deep drive to right field. That one is gone. 2-run home run for AJay Justice, and the Hepcats are out to an early 2-0 lead. 2-0 Kansas City in the top of the first. Ford Lincoln Mercury with a base hit to right. And now Hoy 4 draws a walk. First and second with one out for Ingrid World Eater. Fly ball center field, shallow. It's going to be caught as Ghosty will run in to grab that one. Carson Warwick fly ball to left field. That one's caught, and that will end the inning. Kansas City an early 2-0 lead over the Lemurs. Lemurs have a chance to answer back here, though, in the bottom half of the first. Jenny B. Pink pop fly to the shortstop, one away. Stephen Moore Jr. a base hit past the second baseman. Lemurs have their first base runner of the night. Robin Griffin grounds it back to the pitcher on to second for the fielder's choice. No relay throw to first. John Kenzie Kwanzaa deep drive to right field. That one is out of here. 2-run home run by John Kenzie Kwanzaa, and this game is tied. Kwanzaa with their third home run of the postseason and fourth RBI. Christopher Hoff grounds out to second base, and that will end the inning. But 2-2 already, both off the long ball for their respective teams. Bones is going to strike out for the first out of the second here for the Hepcats. Skoden grounds out, and they'll bring up the top of the lineup again. Speed Kills. Fly ball to right field. 1-2-3 go the Hepcats. We head to the bottom of the second now. Zalewski will strike out against Dye on the second. Baltz now strikes out as well. Back-to-back Ks for Dye on the second. Abe Ghosty, the center fielder. 2 outs, no one on. Base hit for Ghosty to center field. Now Shaquille Crawford, pickoff attempt, and they got him. Ghosty caught leaning a little bit too far off of first base, and the pickoff will end the inning. Top of the third, Gnome Child flies out to center field. AJay Justice homered in the first, and will pop out here in the third. 2 down. Ford Lincoln Mercury, fly ball to center field, and will be caught. 3 up, 3 down for the Hepcats. We head to the bottom of the third with the game still tied at 2. Crawford ground out to second base, 1 away. Lineup card turns over again for the Lemurs. Jenny B. Pink ground out to shortstop. Moore Jr. strikes out, and that'll be another 3 up, 3 down inning. The third inning saw 6 batters, all of them outs. Top of the fourth we go. Hoy 4 will strike out. Ingrid World Eater. Line drive base hit past the third baseman. That'll be a single for World Eater. 1 out single. But a double play will clear off the base paths. 6-4-3. World Eater and Warwick doubled off. Bottom of the fourth we go. Robin Griffin with a base hit to lead off the Lemurs half of the fourth. John Kenzie Kwanzaa strikes out. That'll bring up Hoff. That'll be a single for Hoff, advancing Griffin over to second base. Zalewski, first and second, 1 out, draws a walk. Bases loaded, only 1 out for Baltz. Big opportunity here for the Lemurs. Slow roller in front of the catcher, and they just run back to home and get the force out. Solid heads-up gameplay there from the catcher. And Ghosty grounds out to end the inning. Lemurs with a big threat, but they do not score. It's still 2-2 as we head to the top of the fifth. Bones lines out to right, 1 down. Skoden, fly ball to right field. That will be caught. 2 away. Speed kills. Base hit up the middle. Hepcats might not be done with this inning just yet. 2 outs, runner on first. Off for second they go. Caught stealing. That will retire the side. Nothing on a hit for the Hepcats. It's 2-2 as we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning.
Yes, 2-5-0 for both sides. As Crawford will strike out against Michael Dion the second. Pink, the DH, 0-1, will get a base hit. 1 on, 1 out now for Moore Jr. Runner going, runner safe. Steals second. Runner in scoring position for Moore. That's still third. Moore now, infield in, will jack one out of there. Touch them all. Stephen Moore Jr., the catcher, gives Louisville a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the fifth. Griffin now will hit one to deep center, but it'll be caught. Now Kwanzaa will swing and ground out to the second baseman, but a 2-run homer will get the job done to give Louisville the lead. Top 6, no child will take a leadoff walk. Justice now will hit one out of here. That was no doubter off the bat. Big boom. Justice ties the game at 4. Holy moly, 4-4 now. Base is empty. Big shift on for Ford Lincoln Mercury. He'll ground right into it for the first out. Now 4. Will swing and ground out to third. And World Eater will strike out on the 1-2. But the 2-run homer ties this game up. Bottom of the 6th, Hoff will pop it up on the infield. Third baseman will take it. Zalewski, the right fielder, will ground out 4-3, and that'll be up to Baltz. Baltz will pop it up in the infield. Second baseman will take it. And that retires the side through 6. We are tied at 4. Warwick, the DH, will hit one to left. That'll be caught. Bones will hit one on the line to center, but it'll be caught. Now Skoden, the shortstop, will ground out to third. And the new pitcher there was Enhanced Robo-Dibble. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Will be Ghosty facing Randy Colon. And he's going to get a base hit. Leadoff single for the Lemurs. Crawford now will strike out on the 1-2. 1 on, 1 out for Pink. And Pink will be on base. And let's see if we get a double steal here. Ghosty and Pink on base for Moore. And that will be a 4-pitch walk. Griffin now, bases loaded, 1 out. Will hit on the right field. That should get a runner home on the sac fly, and it will. Runner moves up from second to third. It's 5-4. Louisville takes the lead. Kwanzaa now, corner, 2 outs. Will hit one out of here. And I know there's no park factors, but it seems these Coors Field games act like Coors Field. How about a 3-run shot for Kwanzaa? 8-4 now. Hoff. It's going to ground out to third. And through 7, it's 8-4. Kansas City. Speed kills. Will hit it to right for the first out. Gnome Child facing Robo Dibble will go to right field, and that's going to leave the yard. So don't call it off yet. Kansas City hits a solo homer to make it 8-5. Justice now. It's already homered. Will hit one to left. Center. The center fielder will take it. That's 2 out for Ford Lincoln Mercury, who will ground out the first. Unassisted there from the first baseman. 8-5 is your score. Bottom 8. Zalewski facing definitely not Kevin Choate will ground out 4-3. Bolts now will take a 3-2 pitch outside for ball 4. And the walk. Ghosty will get a base hit. Runner will go first to third. He's safe. They're cornered for 1 out with Crawford. We have a new pitcher, AJay Schmidt, in for the Hepcats. Crawford will draw a walk. So another loaded. Bases loaded. 1 out. Top of the order, Pink. Pink will walk. So an unforced error there. 9-5 now. Louisville adds to their lead. Stephen Moore Jr. will walk. Oh, goodness. 2 back-to-back walks. With the bases loaded, we make it 10-5. Griffin now will hit one to left field. It'll be caught. The throw will be not in time. They'll sac fly. 11-5 now. 2 outs, though, and they're cornered for Kwanzaa, who will draw a walk. Bases loaded again for Hoff, who will hit one to center. It will be caught. But Kansas City scores 3 runs. Louisville scores 3 runs on Kansas City. And it's 11-5. Kansas City needs 6 to tie, 7 to take the lead. 4 will ground out. World Eater now, 1-1, will ground out to third, 2 outs. And Warwick, the DH, is the last hope. He'll hit it to left field. It will be caught on the track. And the Lemurs will force a Game 7 on their home field, winning 11-5. Oh, how about that? A lot of homers. How many home runs in this game? Let's see. 2 for Justice. 1 for Gnome Child. 3. 2 for Jonk. Good Lord. 5. 6 home runs in total in a Game 6. So there we go. 6 home runs for a Game 6. Kwanzaa, your player of the game. And I guess I should look at Robo Dibble. 4 innings out of the pen getting the win. Gave up just 1 run.
I think Robo Dibble might not be available for Game 7 just on a hunch here. I think their arm might be a little bit tired.
Unless he's a true Robo.
It's true. It's true. All right. Chaotic, did you want me to delete the games here? RCGG, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime on a 4-month streak. Stamina check for the Lemurs. Hopefully Chaotic's still in chat here. Lopez. Lopez is at 58%. Okay. Can you change him to an RP? Yes. let's see. Rested as an RP. 42%. Yeah, looks worse. Want me to change it back? No changes? I assume that means change this back. Okay. Alright, nothing else then, lemurs? I don't see chaotic in the chat, so we may have to wing it on the game deletion. I think I remember how to do it, but I'm not positive.
Well, as long as you save beforehand, we should be able to navigate it.
Yeah. I think I need to go into here. No, it's under...
Or if Enoch's around, he could help too, but he's probably off celebrating.
Yeah. It's Commissioner... Oh gosh, how do I... It's not Commissioner Office, that's the... Oh gosh.
I've seen it done a lot. I should remember myself.
It's not that. It's not that. League settings, maybe. Yep, okay, hold on. Gotta go back in my... Okay, there we go.
There we go.
I believe it's... Online? No, it's not online league. League settings. Delete the league. Got it.
Yeah, there we go. Delete this league.
Can't be a World Series if there's not a league, right? Oh gosh. Wait, I thought I saw it. Edit schedule? Edit league structure?
Yeah, Hiccup says edit league schedule. There we go.
Schedule, and then go to today. We have the... There we go. Okay, and then delete game. And
Oh, what?
Delete game. Okay.
Oh,
So
Chaotic
now,
is back.
When we go to schedule, I think I got it, Chaotic. Oh yeah, I forgot this glitches.
That one does, yeah. Once you do that, it's glitch-o-rama.
Yeah. How do I fix that? Nope, that's not it. Chaotic, how do I fix this? Doesn't it save? Do I just save? Just save.
Maybe it does it.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, so now if we check the schedule, we have minor league game 7 and major league games have been deleted. Excellent. Okay, we're all set then. We've made the changes for the Lemurs Hepcats. We have, I gotta update the crawler though. There we go. Okay, there we go. Everyone is all set. Schedule is fixed. Hepcats Lemurs, game number 7. The winner advances to face the Brew City Bears. The loser goes home, and their season is done. Smidius and George Braxton will take the mound for their respective teams. Smidius for the Hepcats and George Braxton for the Lemurs. Let's see. We have a... I guess the prediction is still live from does the team below 500 make the World Series?
Yep.
So I guess that one's still live since we haven't established whether or not they will yet. The Lemurs are looking to make sure that that answer is no, that the Hepcats won't make the World Series. Lemurs were down 3-1 in the series, and now we have Game 7. So it has been quite a comeback for Louisville, and they're looking to finish it off. Okay. All right. All right. I saw a ping in the playoff server. I wasn't sure if that was us. Okay, we're good. All right. I think we're ready to get started. Chadwick, you ready to take us through the first half of game number 7?
Let's get into it.
All right. Let's do it.
Braxton versus Smidius. George Braxton will take the mound first against Speed Kills. So let's see what happens here in Game 7. 1-0 count. Speed Kills will line out to right field. Gnome Child, who is on fire, will draw a walk, hitting .415 in the postseason. Justice will hit the left field. A boomerang ball there, and Ford Lincoln Mercury, 2 outs, will ground out to third. So a scoreless inning for George Braxton. As we go to the bottom, with Smidius on the mound facing Pink, the DH. Pink will fly out to left for the first out. Moore Jr. now. 0-2 pitch will strike out on the check swing. Griffin hitting .391 in the playoffs. Will hit one to center field and deep, but not deep enough. And through 1 inning, we are scoreless in Game 7. 4 will lead off here. And we'll get a leadoff single. We'll get to the wall. He'll turn that into a double. Leadoff double for 4 to bring up World Eater, the right fielder, who will hit one to right, but it'll be shallow. Runner will hold. Now Warwick, the DH, will take a full count and strike out. Bones now, the catcher, will hit one to short. He'll complete the throw, and we are scoreless after 1.5. Kwanzaa just hit 2 home runs last game. Can he keep it going? Big shift, and he'll strike out looking on a 2-2. Hoff is cold, 160 during these playoffs, but will break out of it with a base hit to center. 1 out, 1 on for Zalewski. Pooh will strike out on the full count. Bolts now will strike out as well, so Smidius is mowing him down early. We'll go to the top of the third. It'll be 9-1-2. Skoden will get it thrown out on a close play at first. Kills. Speed Kills will line out to second base. And now Gnome Child will jack one out of here. Solo home run. Touch 'em all. Gnome Child as Kansas City takes a 1-0 lead in this decisive Game 7. Justice now will hit one to the just short of the track for the third out. But Kansas City draws first blood. 8-9-1 for the Lemurs. Ghosty. Ground out to the pitcher. Crawford now hitting 100. Will bloop one over there. And we'll turn it into 2. Is he safe? No. Erased on the base pass. On a very aggressive running there. Now Pink will get on an air. They drop a fly ball. But Moore Jr. will hit it to center. And we must have some wind tonight with the way that ball is boomeranging around. Ford Lincoln Mercury will get a base hit on the shift. They have the shift perfectly positioned, but he couldn't get to the ball. 4 now, 1 on. Will strike out on the 0-2. Will be World Eater now. World Eater, base hit. Runners at first and second for Warwick, the DH. Who will strike out on the 2-2, so it'll be up to Bones. And Bones will ground out to the fielder's choice. They'll take the long way home, like Supertramp. Griffin will strike out. Kwanzaa now will step in. 1 on, nobody out. Big shift, and he'll take a walk. 4-pitch walk. Hoff now will go to second. Get the lead runner, and now Zalewski will hit it to left, just short of the track. And through 4 innings, it's 1-0 Kansas City. How long will this low-scoring game keep up? Scoden is going to ground out. No, infield single. Hills now will ground out to third. They'll turn the double play against the fast guy. Wow. No gnome child. 2 outs. He'll go to right field and drop it in. So that double play, very key. Justice now will hit one to right field, but caught on a diving play by Zalewski. And AJay is going to bring you home for the rest of Game 7.
Bottom of the fifth, Baltz with a deep drive to left field, but it's caught in the track by Lincoln Mercury for out number 1. Abe Ghosty will ground out to third, and now it's going to be Shaquille Crawford. 1 for 1 on the day, but they ground out to the second baseman for out number 2. You head to the top of the sixth. Kansas City leads by a run. They'll look to add on some insurance against George Braxton here if they can. Lincoln Mercury strikes out. 44. Grounds out to the first baseman, 2 down. Angren World Eater now. Walk drawn on the full count. Bringing up Kaysen Warwick, the DH. Base hit up the middle. World Eater advances to second base, and Bones is Robo Dibble. I would have expected that they would have been gassed from the previous game, but apparently, as Jacob mentioned, all you need is a little bit of WD-40 as they strike out Bones to end the inning. Bottom of the sixth we go. Pink flies out to center field. Moore Jr. strikes out, 2 down. And now Griffin. Deep drive right field. That one is out of here. Solo home run for Robin Griffin as the Lemurs tie this one up at 1 apiece in the bottom half of the sixth. Kenzie Kwanzaa fly ball to right field. Caught at the wall. Very close to going back to back and giving the Lemurs the lead for the first time in this ball game, but just shy. 1-1 as we head to the top of the seventh. Grounder to short will be out number 1. That retires Scoden. 1 out, no one on for Kills. Grounds out to second base, 2 down. Gnome Child strikes out. And there is out number 3. It's the stretch, and now the bottom half of the seventh here in Louisville. Hoff, Zalewski, and Baltz due up. Hoff will fly out to right, 1 away. New pitcher Kanye West relieves Smidius. Zalewski flies out to center field. Smidius went 6.1 innings. Only gave up 1 run on 3 hits. Excellent outing for the starting pitcher. Baltz will ground out to end the inning. And we head to the top of the 8th. Justice, Lincoln Mercury, and 4 due up against Robo Dibble. Justice draws a walk. Robo Dibble pitched 4 innings in game number 6. And they're now in their second inning of work here in game number 7. And they allow a single to Lincoln Mercury. Hoy Ford draws a walk. Bases loaded of Hepcats. No one out. Angren World Eater. Base hit that's going to score a run. Hepcats take the lead back. Gunter Gerhardt is the new pitcher for the Lemurs. Strikes out Warwick. Bones. 1 out. Bases loaded. Base hit that's going to bring home another run. 3-1 Kansas City off the RBI single from Atlas Bones. Scoden strikes out to end the inning. Or sorry, that was only the second out. My mistake. And a wild pitch. Hoy 4 will score. Both runners advance to second and third. Speed Kills pops that one up to the third baseman. That will end the inning. But Kansas City scores 3 times to make it 4-1. Abe Ghosty flies out to left field to lead off the bottom half of the 8th. Shaquille Crawford also flies out to left, 2 down. Top of the order for the Lemurs, Jenny B. Pink draws a walk. Runner on with 2 outs for Stephen Moore Jr. Pop fly, shallow center field, running in is 4, and that will close out the 8th. Side is retired. Lemurs will be down to their last 3 outs in the bottom of the 9th. In game number 7, Kansas City could add on more here. They have a 3-run lead. Gearhart retires Child on the strikeout. AJ Justice gets a base hit, bloop single over the first baseman's head. 1 runner on, 1 runner out. Lincoln Mercury. Deep drive, center field, back to the wall, caught by Ghosty. 2 down. Hoyforce strikes out, and that ends the top half of the 9th. It's all coming down to the bottom half of the 9th inning. The Lemurs need 3 to tie it, 4 to walk it off. Anything less, and Kansas City will finish them off and advance to the World Series. Robin Griffin flies out. There's the first out of the inning. Kwanzaa grounds out, and the Lemurs down to their last out. Christopher Hoff faces new pitcher Stuart Hooker. Grounder to first. That's going to do it. Kansas City, with possibly the biggest Cinderella story in minor league history, advancing to the World Series with a sub-500 regular season record. The number 6 seed has usurped both the number 3 seed and now the number 1 seeded teams to make it to the World Series, and will face the number 2 seed, the Bruce City Bears, this Saturday in the World Series. What a run for the Kansas City Hepcats. West will get the win. The loss will go to Robo Dibble, and Smitty's will be your player of the game. Only 1 earned run over 6.1 innings pitched. Unbelievable. What a story for the Kansas City Hepcats. Congratulations. My goodness. And that will do it for tonight's stream. We're going to go ahead and start the upload.
Did we see who the MVPs were?
Yeah, the MVPs. Thank
I
you.
don't think we did in any series.
We didn't, not yet. Gnome
Yeah, let's
Child
do
for the
that.
Kansas City Hepcats. Let's see, where are they? There they are. 500 average on the series, 14 for 28 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. For the Bears and the Firehawks, Bruce City Bears, Patrick Eschenbaugh, your series MVP. 6 for 16 with 3 RBIs and 3 home runs and 4 RBIs. For the Majors, we had a starting pitcher for the Cancun Toros, 11 for 24 on the series with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. And we have Yeti Taz for the New York Voyagers, who goes 11 for 30 with a home run and 7 RBIs. So congratulations to your series MVPs for the semifinals. Let's go ahead and get the upload started. So congratulations to our 4 winning teams. We have the New York Voyagers, the Cancun Toros facing off in the Majors World Series on Saturday, and then the Kansas City Hepcats and the Bruce City Bears for the Minor League World Series on Saturday. Big thank you to chat for sticking around to this point, and the mods for moderating and doing their prediction thing. And thank you to you, Chadwick, for co-hosting.
Yes, as fun as always. Thank you for guiding the mothership.
Of course. We do have upcoming streams. A little bit of a preview for you all. So tomorrow is Prospect League. March 21st, Nosbase will be taking through that at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So tomorrow, 7 p.m., Prospect League. Be there or be square. And then the World Series, as mentioned, will both be taking place on Saturday. Every game is streamed for those, in case you are new. So no quick sims. It's all streamed games, every single one of them. The Miners World Series will be taking place at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Jacob and Max LP80 will be taking you through that one. And then the Majors World Series at 6 p.m. Eastern Time will be hosted by Moosey and Don Marcus. So be sure to tune into both of those on Saturday. And then more Prospect League Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week with Nosbase at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for all of them except for Friday, which will be 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, big thank you to the GMs for making my job very easy, exceptionally so this season. I don't know why the general consensus was let it ride and almost no stamina checks, whereas previous seasons have been very intensive, lots of changes, stamina checks. I don't know what changed this season, if I'm being honest, but I'm okay with it. It worked out. Made the changes very quick. But yeah, I think that's everything from me. I don't know if you have anything to promote, Chadwick.
No, I think you covered everything.
Alrighty. Stamina check on Chadwick. How are you doing? How are you holding up, Chadwick?
Okay, I'm like you. I'm tired. Yeah, that was a kind of a tough one today for us. I don't know.
Understandable. I mean, we had let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7 streamed games, and a usual sim is just 5.
A little more than normal, but
Yeah.
I think we've done more than 7 before. Maybe not.
I'm sure we have. I know the
Don't
maximum.
remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I know the maximum is 16, and I usually try to mention that. But luckily, I don't think that's ever happened. Now that I've said it's going to happen in season 54, but
Yeah. And then I guess the only thing we could promote, and you might have mentioned it, I don't think you did, is next week will also be the drafts.
Mhm.
Thursday and Saturday. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely tune in for those Thursday and Saturday. I don't actually have the times for those. Well, I know the Thursday one because I'm doing that one. The Thursday one will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, my usual streaming time. That will be the Majors Draft. I don't know what time the Minors Draft starts on Saturday, but keep an eye out on Game Day channel for that one. Actually, let me pull. I think I have. Maybe I have it. Oh yeah, that's also 7 p.m. Eastern. That's Saturday, and that will be Moosey.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yes, thank you, Jacob. Speaking of Jacob will be taking you through the award stream on March 30th. That will be this next Sunday. So we have the drafts and the award stream all next week. Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, even if you forget those, just keep an eye out on the Game Day channel, and those times will be posted as they come up, as they get closer.
No prospect this Sunday, MJ. Be Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
This is your reminder, if you need one, to go redeem your PBE cards for the day. In case you need that reminder. I'll be doing the polls shortly as soon as we're done with the stream. What else? We need to find another time to do another Blood in the Clock Tower game.
Yes, we should promote that. Join the channel for Blood on the Clock Tower so we can do some more games. It's a really fun game, social deception game, and we've played it twice now on the PBE with AJay being the storyteller, and it's been great.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit unhealthily addicted to Blood on the Clock Tower. I just keep watching gameplay of it, and it just fascinates me. It's such an amazing...
It is. The other day, I was playing online, and I was the demon, which I don't like to be. And I randomly got killed. They just randomly picked me, executed me for no reason, and I lost the game, and I felt very bad.
That's unfortunate. I don't think I've ever played... I've never actually played a game of Blood on the Clock Tower. I've hosted, I think, 5 games at this point, and I've never played it. I know there's the online client that you can just go and join games, but my social anxiety won't let me join the game. It's got to be with people I know, I think. Raid to DA 186. Is that their? I tried to raid last time and it just didn't work. Someone else raided successfully. Can one of the mods put the raid command? Can you try and raid? I think
Like
one of you guys can.
/ raid.
Yeah. Oh, Hacob's got it. Excellent. Thank you, Hacob. Much appreciated. I don't know why it didn't work for me the one time that I tried to do it recently, but I know that someone did a raid for me on one of my recent streams, and they got it easily. So I don't know what it is. It might be something with the I don't know. It might be something with like the client, the mod view or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
There we go. So he started the raid, so we'll see how quick it works.
I think it counts down for a little bit, and then it allows us to finish up whatever we're doing, which should be finishing up soon here. It's just a matter of getting this upload done. I think we're getting very close. Just in case the raid does like quickly usurp our time. I don't know if a head office member wanted to hop in the SimCore general chat just to make sure that nothing nefarious goes on with the upload. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't think it's a concern considering that the upload is like started on screen, but I don't know, Hacob, if you wanted to hop in the general chat for SimCore and just watch the upload and verify that all is good, you could do that. Otherwise, it looks like the timer's ending, so we might be cut off. Yep, we were just cut off.
There we go. Boom.
We were just,
It's all right.
As I was saying, we might get cut off.
I wasn't paying attention. And then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, the upload's took."
An amazing end to the stream.
I thought that the raids usually had really long timers on them too.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, this one didn't, I guess. Oh well. Well.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take too much longer. We all basically said our
goodbyes. The second time I've ended a stream before the upload's been done.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah, I did it for the home run derby accidentally. I didn't even upload
Oof.
on the stream. I just forgot. It's like I got done and it's like, oh, we're all done, and then I ended the stream. It's like, oh, I missed it. Just rustiness.
Well, since we're basically clear from the stream, Chadwick, you can, if you want to, you can hop off. You can stick around too. I don't care, but I don't want to keep you here if you.
Yeah, no, we're good. I'll head off. Okay. Good hosting with you again, and
yeah, you too.
We'll chat with you soon.
All right, see you later, man.
Yeah. Doing too many at the same time.
Sorry?
Doing too many things at the same time.
Yeah, it's all good. I gotcha. All right. Second part of the upload starting now.
Got Lemur's asking me questions and ISFLHO stuff, well, DSFLHO stuff being discussed, and
the Lemur's questions, why did we not make World Series?
They took it better than I was worrying they might, with our bot getting, or our I can't believe that OTP actually put in RoboDibble. It's like,
wait, are we still live?
No, I don't think so.
I clicked on the live PBE sim thing. It looks like we might still.
Oh, we are live.
Oh, okay. I mean, the raid's going on, so like people are chatting, and in
that's
their
funny.
chat. That is funny. That's weird. I guess we sent the chat on to him, but we're still live technically. That's really
I guess
funny.
so, yeah.
Yeah, Robo-Dill being put in was pretty strange after they just went 4 innings in
Yeah.
game 6.
Yeah, I've been very anti-changes because I worry more about messing up the bullpen configuration than I do worry about like I don't know. I'm just worried. I run it and I test it. If it works, that's the best shot we've got with that bullpen, and I worry that it's easier to mess it up than it is to help. But that might be convincing me to take bullpens a little bit more carefully in the future.
All right, well, the index is updated. Just posting that in game day now. And we're all good. Closing out of OOTP.
All right.
And
Sweet.
thank you for bearing witness.
Well, yeah, still went on stream though.
Well, we're stopping stream